But last time we had Hearth, Valen, Talius and Madeline meet up in Cinderfall, a small settlement in Anerith that resides just south of the Mellow Woods and onto the mountainside that borders with the Elven Lands. When you reach this town, many of you were searching for a particular individual, namely the headmaster of the School of Evocation, the Grand Magister in this town. Sadly, he was not available, for he has been reported missing. Everybody was locked out of the tower, and there was a certain human with black beard. If I'm remembering correctly, his name is Alistor or Artosis, not Alistor, Artosis. Artosis asked you guys to look for the maids and see what happened to him. He was on his way to the capital, and presumably on the return back, he never made it because there was no contact from of him missing the meeting in the capital, Ironhaven. Valen had heard some rumors about people missing, and thus he also arrived in Cinderfall, and you four decided to embark on this quest to look for the magister that connects your reasons for being in the city. You venture through the Mellowwoods and encountered a druid by the name of Marion, a halfling one that gave you some information about the woods. He did see the magister leaving the woods, but he never saw him return. So on your quest to look for him, you decided to venture the most gloomy part of the forest, a spider-infested part of it, which was home to a nethercap and some giant spiders. In there, you managed to find, aside from killing the monstrosity, you managed to uncover a human hunter that was barely alive, barely hanging on from the poison of the spiders. After that, after you rested with him for a bit and managed to catch your breath, the terrain changed from the gloomy, dark forest that it already was. It became a marshland. Thorns replaced the trees, and the ground, instead of solid soil, became mushy and almost wet-like. You encountered a shade in this particular environment, in this dark place, and after you defeated it, the terrain was restored back to normal. You were unsure on what was that, or what was its purpose, but decided to move on. And thus, Kellen, the hunter, decided to help you on your quest to find the midway inn that everybody stops before traversing the Mellow Woods. And I believe that was all that happened last time, if I'm not forgetting something.
Yeah, I think that was all. It was the gist of it.
Okay, so back to us. You are in the Mellow Woods, traveling alongside the hunter named Kellen, the human hunter, that wields some particular arrows with green arrow tips and feathers. That has been suspiciously quiet after the mention that there is another user of those arrows in those woods. He says that these arrows belong to an organization that is a part of, and there shouldn't be other people of his organization in the nearby area. Nonetheless, he has agreed to escort you and help you get out of the woods and to your destination to look for the missing mage. The light of the day still lights the road ahead of you, though for the next hours you will be traveling in a quiet place. the forest is back to normal and there are not much noises in the air. The most vivid part is already behind you, and now there is only the last part of it before you arrive outside the Mellow Woods. On your way over there, Kellen suggests that you ask the patrons if they have seen him, for he was unconscious for a known time by the spiders. Kellen will then say that, as I said, I did encounter the maid you talked about a little bit before I was ambushed by the spiders, a couple of days before tops. It shouldn't be that long. If he has gone missing, or if there are any other patrons there, they should be familiar with his whereabouts.
Thank you for all your help, my friend.
It is the least I could do for what you've done for me.
Of course. We always help those in need, you know? Anyway. I guess we just press on.
I suppose we shall.
So you travel through the woods, and not long after you arrive at the Midway Inn. From the outside it looks enchanting, homey and inviting. Large and small stones, intricate stone carvings make up most of the building's outer structure. It's difficult to see through the strained glass windows, but the warming hearth from within can be felt outside. As you enter the tavern through the hard wooden door, you're welcomed by the smile of a waitress and the smell of alcohol. The bartender is busy, but still manages to welcome you with a friendly nod. It is as lovely on the inside as it is on the outside. Wooden beams support the upper floor and the sconces attached to them. The walls are clear of anything, though signs do show plenty of things used to be hung on the walls, though they've probably been knocked by customers who had too much to drink, one glass too many. Around you there are a group of individuals. Let me put Kellen as well. A group of other travelers on that road. There is an elder human here with what seems to be his grandson, or at least a very, very close relative to him. They do look alike, though the colors of their hair is obviously different, being an elder as his white beard and grey beard and hair different from the young boy. On the corner over there, there is a red knight. You know about the red knights, all of you that have traveled in Anerith. They are paladins of the yellow god and the maimed god. There is also a strange elf figure sitting at the edge of the bar with a cowl, wearing a cloak and a cowl, that turns his face, looks at you, then backs back again at his minding his own business. As you enter, on your right hand, you can see a pariah, a human, a hermit, that seems to have been traveling a while. His wooden stick that uses to move around pretells that he has embarked on some glorious journeys. In the bar you can see a halfling that has an injured foot, and on the other corner you can see a nobleman and a commoner talking to one another. This is the one with the cowl, the elven figure. And over there you can see, as I said, a nobleman and a commoner speaking with some sort of documents in front of them in the tavern. As Kellen enters the tavern, he tells you, I'll go arrange some rooms for you. You might want to sit around and see if you can find anything. And Kellen will move towards the bar.
Thank you very much. Okay.
So there was a hearth or
I
fireplace.
said that, but I didn't put it on the map. Damn me. I'll put it right now. How did that happen, actually? That is particularly interesting. I shall be putting it here. Instead of this door, I don't need that door.
Alright. I will take this seat right over here near the fireplace.
I guess we will join you.
I seem a bit more comfortable there.
As you enter the place, you're greeted with nods from the other patrons of this place. The hearth goes as near as possible as he can to the fireplace, feeling that strange connection, that familiar one with the fire that burns within. What would you like to do?
Should we ask around to see if anyone knows about our high elf, the headmaster?
Probably should. Unless that ends up being him right over in the corner there.
It could be.
You take a good look and you see that he has long brown hair. He does not fit the description of the half-elf you are looking for.
I guess. Another good bet would probably be the paladin, the red knight, just a little ways behind you, Valen.
Would anyone like a drink? I can go and get us a couple right now.
I wouldn't be opposed to a drink.
Absolutely. If they have any wonderful clean water, that would be great. Clean
water.
water, please.
Of course, my
Yes,
friend.
water.
I will go over to the bar and put my hand out to the bar woman, maid. What would you call it? Bartender. There you go.
Bartender?
Hello. Excuse me, my friend. Could I get a water and two of your or three of your finest ales, please? Well, maybe not finest. I'm a little.
As he starts putting those ales, he takes a look at you and says, I'll assume the water is for you, sir, right?
Actually, no. That is for my friend over that way, the white-haired fellow.
Huh.
Not a drinker.
He waves a little bit towards Valen and then turns to you. Interesting. At first glance, I would think that it would be for the elf with the blue skin color. That's on me for being prejudged against you, as
No worries, my
jokingly
friend.
says.
No worries. I'm trying new
The
things.
bartender picks up those ales and goes behind to take some water from a barrel and put it on a glass. She then presents it to you. That will be all 18 silver.
Sure thing. I will pass over the 18 silver. Deduct that.
Okay. And let me see. Okay. And I say so. The Kellen here tells me that you're looking for someone. Is that right?
Yes, we were looking for the headmaster of the school of evocation back in the town just before. We heard he passed through this way. I don't know if he came to this inn specifically, but he came around here.
Oh yes, Nilamar passed by a couple of days ago. He said that he was heading back to Cinderfall. From what you're saying and from your presence being here, I'll assume that that was the bard, or yes, the bard. That is weird. Why he keeps doing that? Anyways, the bartender then completes his sentence by saying, "I assume he is not back at Cinderfall, right?"
No, he is not there. We went looking for him. Cannot find him.
As you can see all around here, there are many people that have been plagued by the recent missings, and she points at the halfling that is eating a soup a little bit close by. The halfling waves at you. Hello, Madeline. Okay, at your
Hello.
base we are inside the Midway Inn and we are looking for clues about the Magister, the half-elf. And as the bartender points towards the halfling, you see again the injured feet that has and bandages all over them.
What happened to him?
See, he stumbled across a bear trap. After that, he got knocked unconscious. If it wasn't for the Red Knight, he would be dead. The halfling then, or taken. Says the halfling, or taken. We don't know what these people are up to. I did not see much, and I don't remember as much. A rock hit me on the head after I stumbled upon that trap. If it weren't for the Red Knight, I would be probably done. He didn't accept the payment, but I've been buying him food in secret. Please, don't tell him that all chicken wings plates don't have 5 wings.
I'll keep it between me and you, my friend.
As you grab your plate and I assume return back to your table with
Yes.
ale and a glass of water for Valen.
Put them out. Here you are, my friends. Drink up. It has been a long day.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course.
I'll be taking a sip of mine, then possibly using prestidigitation to make it a bit more spicy.
Okay, as you see, Hearth goes around his alcohol and almost incinerates it in flame, just to make it a little bit more according to his own taste, preferable to him.
That's better. Reminds me more of home now.
I'm glad to hear.
Okay, as you look around, Valen and Madeline, you two, as you're not that much engaged in that conversation, you see that the child over there, the teenager, is studying some sort of magic. You can clearly distinguish there is a spell book in front of him, and the old man is probably already way past his bedtime as he's almost snoring at your ear side.
Wouldn't be the worst idea ourselves to get some shut-eye soon.
I can barely hear you, Madeline. Is it for everyone else as well, or is it only me?
It was low. Yeah, hard to hear.
1 second.
Yeah, I turned you all the way up to max, and I can still barely hear you.
That was weird. Is that any better?
Yeah, it's good. It's
Yeah,
better.
okay.
Yeah.
This is
All
better
right.
for me.
Turn you up.
Okay, so you were saying?
I was just saying in character that, perhaps it wouldn't be the worst idea to get some shut-eye ourselves. Just kind of chuckling a bit about the old man.
That is not a bad idea. You could use the rest.
You guys can go ahead with that. It's probably give the Red Knight a bit of a warning concerning the incident up with the spiders in that shade.
At this point, the human returns to your table and says, I've managed to get you some rooms. it is with bunker beds, so you'll have to sleep all together. But it was all that was available. Consider them as some sort of payment for saving me. It is on me, and he passes you a key on the table.
Thank you very much.
I'm not getting in a top
Very kind.
bunk.
Thank you so much, Kellen. It's really, really nice of you and honorable to do that for us and show your gratitude. I'm going to remember this, and I'm sure the rooms are going to be excellent. I'm exhausted, and in fact, I'm still hurting a little bit from being out there in the wild. I cannot wait to get some rest.
You probably then should head off. It has been a long day after all, as he turns to the rest of you. But yeah, this is a time as good as any to look around for any clues. This place is not as much populated in the morning as it is right now.
I will be keeping that in mind.
And then Kellen bows in acknowledgement to what you've done for him and leaves towards the upper floors.
So, Fallon, you believe you're going to get some sleep soon? I'll probably be joining you after a talk with the Red Knight.
You're going to be speaking to the paladin.
I will be, at least.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna get some rest. If you don't get good rest, then you'll be very tired tomorrow. So I hope everybody can get up and get some good rest and heal up. I'm gonna go on up and see if I can find which room is mine. Thanks, guys.
Of course. I'll see you in the morning, I guess.
Okay. Valen, as you go up, the key that you've got has a number 4 on top of it. So after you go up, you see 5 rooms, each marked with a particular number as well. It is easy for you to distinguish which one is yours, obviously.
All right, that is excellent. I'm gonna go ahead and start meditating, and I'm gonna think real hard on the day. It's been exciting, and I'm overwhelmed, honestly. But I'm also just damaged, and I hope I can get some rest and heal up.
Okay. I'll go back at you in a minute after you've managed to leave out your items, get ready for rest and stuff like that. So I'll go back for now to the other 3 that are still down below. A little time passes before the waitress comes to you with a plate full of meat, some soup, and some vegetables, some greens. As he comes across, says, these are all paid by the human as well. Enjoy.
What a lovely gentleman. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
He also
Look
told
into
me
this.
that you have been looking for the maid, right?
Yes, that is correct.
If you do, this is strange. I don't know where your investigation will take you, but I've got a cousin that has been also been reported missing. I do hope that you find your person of interest, but keep an eye out if you're try to figure out what's going on with all those abductions.
What's your cousin's name?
Name is Nerlin. What? Like that. His name is Nerlin. He is a little bit taller than me, and he has a small goatee.
And how long has he been missing for?
My sister told me that it has been 3 to 4 days. I haven't seen him though since last week.
That seems to be about the same timeline for everyone else we're hearing about.
They say that it is a recent event. We still do not know what is doing, what's creating all this fuss. Uh, Hopefully, someone will figure it out as the waitress takes her leave.
So, so the bartender, I assume, or just the innkeeper, is the one behind the bar stool.
Yes, yes.
All right, I'm gonna go chat them up.
Okay. So, Madeline, you approach the middle-aged woman with blonde hair as she greets you with a hearty smile and says, "What can I do for you, sweetheart?"
Hello, I just wanted to talk, perhaps, maybe learn some stuff about the area, and to show some good faith, I'll slide a gold coin her way.
That's way more than good faith. Uh, but feel free. Tell me what you would like to know or chat about.
Well, it's come to my knowledge that some disappearances have been happening. So I mostly wanted to ask, we as a party encountered some giant spiders recently, but that would seem a bit odd if they were responsible, and I figured this area is used to them.
Ah, got lost in the woods and encountered the spiders. I've heard people talk about big spiders, but they tend to avoid this part of the woods.
Right, so I would figure that they're not responsible for any of these disappearances whatsoever, except maybe one or two.
There
We
has been
did
people.
see something else.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Um, I don't suppose there's been sightings of specters or shadowy figures by anyone that you might have
As,
heard of people talk
as you
about.
say that, you see the elf on your left turns his face toward you and keeps an eye on you, listening to your conversation without being particularly stealthy about it or trying to hide it. As the bartender also notices that, says, "Right, well, I have heard none of it. But on the previous thing that you mentioned, I do not believe the spiders are responsible for that. For most of these abductions have been reported on the trade route north of here. This There have been some reports of people missing on the south, but most of them have happened northern of here, outside of the forest area.
Mm. And there's nothing about bandit sightings spiking or anything like that.
The elf then jumps in and says, "What exactly did you encounter?"
Well, I'm not particularly sure sure myself, but it was dark and it seemed to be I don't know, it seemed to be aimless and it seemed to come from well somebody's body. Some kind of spirit perhaps. I'd have to look more into it, but it was very brief. It wasn't very strong, but it was unsettling.
Huh. That is peculiar. I've heard one more story as such, but it has happened way further from here, in the middle part of the Elven lands, and not in this vicinity. A friend of mine, a knight, told me a similar story.
Hmm. Well, maybe it
Curious.
doesn't have to do with disappearances, but it's something I'll have to look into after we find the headmaster. But it definitely seems like we just need to get to the roadside then, and perhaps we'll be able to encounter what's been doing these kidnappings.
If you're lucky, you will not encounter anything of that. I know your goal is to find those people, but try to stay away from harm, the elf says, and then turns back to his minding his own business.
What if I could? But the life of avoiding harm is out of my reach for a while. And I'll turn to the bartender and nod and be like, appreciate the conversation.
Anything, if I can help, and she then raises a little bit of her glass and makes some sound with it, hitting it with a fork, and you see the priest over there, the commoner and the noble, even the little boy, the red knight, and the old man that suddenly wakes up, says, "Hey, if you can help help this lady find the magister that was here a couple of days ago, that would be much appreciated." And then takes her glass down, winks at you, Mandolin, and says, "Good luck in your quest." Talius Hearth, obviously you hear this part as well. This is very, very loud.
Mm-hmm.
Very much.
Oh. I'll certainly help out.
Okay.
So, I'm thinking Prince Hearth is more or less done with his food. He's gonna go over to the Red Knight instead of concerned.
Okay.
So,
You approach the Red Knight and you can see him gesturing towards you, pointing at you, then Madeline, and saying, you are together with the lady over there.
yes, we are traveling together. However, there was something different I was hoping to speak to you about. Something bit, well, more immediately concerning, I suppose it'd be.
Please, take a seat. And he points you at the nearby chair.
So, good, thank you, good sir. My companions and I were doing some looking around in the forests. We came across an encounter with some spiders and out of character, I forget what that third thing was called.
Shadow, a ghostly figure.
Oh no,
Ettercap.
Oh, a nettercap. Okay, a nettercap.
okay. We had a bit of an encounter with the giant spiders and had a cat, but more concerning part is what happened soon afterwards.
And,
One of the one of the spider's previous victims, the the body just seemed to dissipate or disappear for a moment, and then a shadow emerged from it. The whole area seemed to have shifted a bit while this was happening. Trees got placed with thorns, the land turned into marsh.
I'm a traveler of this part, of these lands, and I have never heard of something like that. Are you sure you weren't bit by a spider and experienced hallucinations? I do not know if spiders tend their poison to give you hallucinations, but I have heard that there is poison that can make you imagine things. As he says that, he then takes a little bit closer look towards your hair and your exotic features, saying it is also might be how long it is that you've been in this plane. I have read about your kind, but I've never met one.
Oh, it is. I figure it's been about a few months now.
Are you
Although,
sure then that it is not something that your eyes did perceive wrong? You're still new to this world, don't get me wrong, but I have never heard something like that.
well, if it was just me, if it was just me that had sensed these things, I might be given the chance to believe you, but all of my companions reported the same thing.
Huh. Interesting. I was here uh, looking for the people missing, and I have already sent a report to my captain. But after hearing that, I think I might want to add something to my report. There could be devious, something malevolent in this place, if what you are saying is correct. I have no reason not to trust you. You seem like a fine fellow, and your friends over there seem to be aiming for a noble goal, trying to do something good. So I'll keep what you said in mind.
Alright.
But I do not know much about this.
Alright then. Thank you for your time, good sir.
As you are trying to get up from your chair, he grabs you by your shoulder and makes you sit a little bit. As he then adds, I may roam these roads, but I only do it to protect any traveler that might be in distress. I heard you're looking for the missing mage, so if I can give you my 2 cents, and you may offer that information to your lady friend right there. I did help the halfling survive. Um, Over there yesterday, it got badly injured, tried to escape from a bear trap. It had a bruise in its head. Somebody dropped?
Yeah,
Neil.
that one seems to
That
disappear.
was Neuro.
Okay. Anyways, saying I did not see who placed the trap or who knocked the halfling unconscious, but I did see small shadows in the forest. Welcome back.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I think those were sightings of kobolds, but that is quite rare in these parts. Well, at least since the Great Worm.
Alright then.
And then he lets hold of you, so you're free to move.
Alright. I now suppose since Phelan ran up to our room before the food could get delivered, I'll just go up and bring him his food as his dinner.
That was very kind of you. I will join you in just a minute once I finish this.
Alright.
Okay. Talius, is there something that you would like to do as you're still there, or you will wait and finish up your food and then go back to your room?
Yeah, I think I'll just finish up the food and then go back up once I'm done.
Okay. Madeline, do you want to do something?
Yeah, I'll ask these in no particular order, just the people over here if they've been traveling at all, if they've gone by that path recently, or if they've heard anything different from what the bartender had told me.
Okay. So the hermit over there, he will tell you that recently he was on a pilgrimage to the monastery of the Green Mist. I'll write that out as a landmark. But he got attacked by kobolds. Thankfully, the Yellow God protected him from any harm. Not many had the same luck. Over the North Road, if you travel, you are bound to encounter those devious small creatures. And keep an eye out for their traps, for they try to trick you in many ways. When you will have a chat with the human and the apprentice wizard, they do not know much about what is going on. But asking about the human over there, the headmaster, the human Brandon, the old one, will say, the little lad over here is trying to become a wizard. Isn't that right, little man? The teenager nods in agreement. We were on our way to Cinderfall to drop this young lad on the School of Magic. I guess we should turn back? It is a pity. We did travel for quite a while, only to hear of those news. If the headmaster is not there and the school is not open, it might be better for us if we return back. What do you suggest?
Hmm. Well, it depends how long you're willing to stay here or over there. We're currently looking for him, and we intend to bring him back as soon as we can. But I do hope we can find him as soon as possible, but I don't want to keep you waiting on that. Right now, we're trying to find. We're a little cold on the trail, though I'm starting to piece it together a little bit.
I guess we can hang around for a couple of days more. Shouldn't be that bad. Right, little man? Again, the teenager nods in agreement. Thank you for... even if you brought to us bad news, there is still some hope left.
Of course. Hopefully, he'll be able to continue his training.
Mhm. Okay, and I assume with that you will be going back. The commoner and the noble do not know much, but they will. You will hear about from them that the commoner is thinking about selling land of her own to the nobleman just because of those recent people missing. She believes that it is. Her only chance to sell and make a profit before nobody wants to buy her land.
Well, even more reason for us to
Mhm.
try and figure this out.
Okay, so you go upstairs and you go rest, as does Hearth, Talius and Valen. Valen, while you're sleeping, you find yourself at a very tranquil place. Calm emotions overwhelm you right now. Well, not overwhelm, but fill you right now. You're filled with joy. You're filled with an essence of clarity. You open your eyes, and there is nothing, just fog around you. Uh, you try to travel through the fog, but you find no way to get past it. You turn around and you see at the very end a green light appears. You try to venture towards it, and as you move to it, you see the green light disappear into thin fog, a greenish fog. After that, you feel emotions of rejuvenation, not emotion, the feeling of rejuvenation. You feel not only your scars and wounds have been healed, but also your powers have been replenished. When you wake up in the next morning, your mind is keen and you're ready to have another full day of it with this particular site back in your subconscious. As you wake up, you see only Talius is up because he's an elf and he trances and he will only do it for 4 hours. But yeah, when Valen wakes up, you see Talius as everybody else is sleeping on the bunk beds.
Everybody have a good rest?
Yeah, of course.
I
never
feel
understood how your
fabulous.
rests work.
You're in a very good mood. I mean, you're always in a good mood, but especially right now.
Well, there are there's rest, and then there's just when you get a really good rejuvenating rest and you have pleasant dreams, and I really didn't expect to have such a good rest. Here, I haven't been in many taverns in the world, but I think this was good for me. I think this was really helpful for me.
That's good to hear. You think it's like a the special tavern now. You know, it's gonna have. Maybe you get more memories or more dreams when you're sleeping in here. You never know.
Gosh, hopefully I can have such wonderful dreams as I did in every place. You know, I just feel like almost as though, you know, there's sometimes I think messages comes in dreams, you know, and you have to really pay attention. You have to really understand if a message is being given to you. And gosh, I don't know if one was, but you know, would you like to head down and get some breakfast? I didn't eat anything last night. Oh, there's a plate of food here. Somebody brought that for me. I guess it's cold now, but maybe you'd like to go get some breakfast with me.
That sounds like a wonderful
No,
idea.
I can warm it up for you really quick.
Shall we head down?
As Hart moves and instantly warms the food back to a state that was when it was brought up to you. Almost as good.
Well, that's very nice of you, Harthy. I'm gonna have to remember that trick. I'm gonna have to remember that trick that you can warm up food. I bet I could learn how to do that. Huh? It's great because it's like you just wave your hand and then some type of small magic, like a micro magic, just a wave of micro magic. That's really excellent. I'm gonna try that. I really will.
Impressive.
You can certainly try. See, my magic doesn't operate like. It really shouldn't be operating like I'd imagine yours would. My magic comes from my blood. My bloodline, at least. I know there are different spells out there, but I'm not completely certain. No, just forget I've been saying anything.
There's no harm in trying, my friend, you know? If you try hard enough, maybe you can do it.
True.
Regardless, it'd be best to go downstairs and discuss our next plan of action.
I agree.
You venture downstairs and pick up the same table that you had last night. Though this time there are not as many people around as there were yesterday. Let me see. I'll remove those just for the sake of the story. And I'll scooch them around. And yeah, you travel down and there are not as many people this time. The place is way less populated. And the bartender comes up at you and brings you some kind of breakfast. Some honey, some bread, some crackers, stuff like that.
Thank you, good sir.
Thank you.
Says, you're welcome. You've paid more than enough and you've been good customers so far. Did you find out anything of importance about the disappearance of the mage? Any leads? Any of those lads proved helpful?
For the most part, it seems like they were just traveling through the same area. But I don't think it might be related, but there was a couple mention of kobolds. And I know they're always a little tricky, so they might be worth looking into.
Cinderford has a rich history with those creatures. They have not been seen for a while now, since I believe my father wrote me that giant said that shrouded the sky. Others call it the Great Worm. But yes, since then I have never heard of kobolds. I have only heard tales about them. I've never seen them.
Well, the
A
sudden
bit odd you should be hearing about that, though, because the Red Knight mentioned that it might be goblins as well.
Hmm. Well, I do think that with the disappearances being so recent and the kobolds also coming back so recent, there's at least a small chance they might be involved. So it's at least worth checking out.
I guess that is a dangerous path that you have to walk, if these are all true. But I do bid you good luck on your quest. If you travel the North Road and go towards the mountains, you will probably encounter those scum individuals if they are back. That is rumored, at least was rumored back then, to be their lair.
It does seem like our most likely prospect. Unless somebody heard anything else.
Thought about the same. Anything I heard.
Well then, again, I bid you good luck. Figure out a plan and do as you think best, as you believe it's best for you. And the bartender will leave again. As everybody is tending to minding their own business and eating their breakfast, if there's anything that you would like to talk about before moving to the north and travel road, this is the time.
Very good.
Ready to hit the road.
No
Okay.
time like the present.
Yep, I'm ready to go as well.
Okay, so you embark on your journey, you pick up your stuff and leave the Midway Inn that you stepped for the night, thinking and targeting the nearby hills and mountains for your next destination or for your next camp. On your way, this is a cloudy day. There is not much sun in the sky, and Valen, you still have that same feeling that you had when you wake up, but your connection now to with the light being so far apart due to the clouds being almost shrouded, is you feel a little less divine, a little less powerful than you were before. No changes mechanically, but it's just the shadows that have risen. On your during your walk, I can see again passive perception 11, 11, 12. Great. As you move to this trade route, you hear sounds through the in the bushes nearby you. I would like you to put your characters in wherever you want them to be, as you would be traveling. You hear sounds from the bushes over here and there.
Hmm.
Everybody okay? Everybody comfortable where they are?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
Good.
okay. As through the shadows, you see some small silhouettes, some figurines of those nasty kobolds that swing their slings and are ready to attack you. I want you to roll me initiatives. You have not the best past perceptions, but you at least have some decent ones. Remember, you gotta click your token as well. Valen and Hearth, Talius is okay as well. Waiting for
Oi.
Madeline only.
It's a natural one on the initiative. Great.
And here we go. The kobold over here Let me see the range of the sling. It has a 30-foot range, yes. What's the range between this and Valen? So at disadvantage, it will swing its sling and try to hit Valen. Does a 14 hit Valen?
It does against a 12 armor class, yes.
Okay, so you suffer 4, not 5. 4 bludgeoning damage. As a rock hits you in the shoulder, you take a step back and then turn your rotation towards those predators. And next one is another kobold. Which one? This is from afar. This goes towards Talius. But the 12 does not hit.
Does not.
Okay, the next kobold throws a rock towards Talius. You use your armor to avoid it, and the next one will try again to go for, I'll say, Talius again. An 8 does not hit, however, hard. As Talius, 2 rocks hit your armor, but you are only grazed with that attack. No damage, hard.
Alright. I think I'm going to see about aiming for the one that managed to hit Valen with a
Okay, and 11 does not hit, however, as you send a bolt of fire towards the kobold ducks at the last time, and the bolt just disperses into thin air after it hits the ground behind it. Anything else?
I'll just step right there, so possibly have a bit of cover between Talius and Madeline, and that'll be my turn.
Okay, the next kobold will move a little bit and try hurl another stone, this time towards Madeline. All of those have disadvantages. 17 hits.
Yep.
Okay, that is 6 bludgeoning damage as the kobold swings its sling and throws a rock that hits you directly on your horn. You feel the bruise that he is gonna let pop up later on, and the other kobold will start running a little bit closer towards you and throw another rock at Talius. That does not hit, however. That armor. And one more towards him, since he's the one in the front. But no, again, 4 rocks have hit Talius in the armor, or he has avoided all of them. Valen, your turn.
Gosh, I really don't appreciate people coming out and throwing rocks at me, so I'm just going to go ahead and have to blast them. I'm going to...
Valen, didn't you level up?
Oh, no.
I said after the last session we did level up.
Oh, gosh, I'll take care of that. But regardless of that, I would actually do the same spell no matter what. So let me just, I don't get much on the level. So let me just zap him.
Okay, which one? Obviously it hits, but I need to know which one are you attacking with it.
Just the closest one right there.
Oh, okay, for how much? That is enough for it to be dead. As Valen getting hit with a rock, he turns back with his hand and throws a yellow energy beam that strikes the kobold, and the kobold drops to the ground. Anything else? Bonus action movement you wanna do?
I'm just going to take a step back, actually. Not too far, but just a little bit, and that'll be it.
Madeline, your turn.
Right. Let's make sure we take one of them alive at least. And I'm going to move up. And I'm pretty sure that one's in javelin range.
I think javelin range is 20 feet, so you can move up to here and hit this one with no disadvantage. I'm not sure about that, I'll check really fast. if I remember correctly, 30 feet is the range for the javelin, yes. So this one is within range. This is not. That's a hit. Whoa. Well,
Nice,
you
nice.
can pretty much guess as Madeline jumps in the front, picks up a javelin and hurls it towards the kobold, striking the right shoulder of it. The kobold is pinned down to the ground as it leaves its final breath. Anything else, Madeline, you would like to do?
I'm gonna move back 10 feet. I'm gonna use
Okay.
the bonus action.
Okay, so Talius, your turn.
Casting that on Valen.
Oh. +2 armor class then. Okay, as Madeline takes a step back, turns towards Valen, and yellow shimmering energy appears before you, Valen, and gives you some extra protection, almost some cover. And Talius, your turn.
I will just move up to this space here and I guess just wait for my next turn because I can't do much else.
You can take a dodge action or
Aye, I'll
a
take it- I'll
ready
take the-
action.
I'll take the dodge action actually, yeah. It's a good-
Okay,
it's a
so
good
as Talius runs towards the kobolds, he prepares for their assault. And that is what they will do. They will all attack you with disadvantage. And how many are there? 3. Let me see.
Oh,
12 does not hit. And 6 does not hit. Both of those do not hit. Hearth, your turn. As both kobolds try to throw rocks at Talius, but he can easily avoid them.
Okay. Think I'll aim for firebolt at this one now.
Okay. That's a hit. Whoa. And that is down as well. They do not have resistance if I remember. Yep, they do not. So Hearth again throws a burst of flame, but this time it manages to hit the target. And as it hits, the kobold is charred into Harkon and drops to the ground. Want to move?
I'll stay here for now.
Okay. Then we have those 3 kobolds, all of the which will attack Talius, that is nearing them. 16 hits.
yeah, 16 hits, of course.
Okay, so you suffer 4 bludgeoning damage as all those kobolds use their slings towards you, and one rock manages to hit you in the head, and you feel a light bruise popping up. And Valen, your turn.
I am. Let me take a peek. Check something real quick. Yep, 120 feet. Alrighty. I'm going to use the same Eldritch Blast, and I'm going to target this fella off here.
Okay. That's a hit. That is enough. Oh, huh. Interesting. Again, Valen, still suffering a little bit from the first attack, raises his hand and throws another beam of crackling energy towards the kobold, and once it strikes it, it throws it back a little bit, and the kobold is down on the ground. Madeline.
Let's see, we're gonna move a bit. And javelin going at that one.
Okay. With disadvantage though, because it's on long range.
Gotcha.
You pick up your javelin and hurl it towards the kobold. The kobold ducks a little bit, and the javelin crashes into the solid surface of the small wall that or hill that is over there.
And I'm gonna move.
Okay, you see also, as you heard that, you see that the kobold looks around, sees that its ally is dead, and is getting ready to flee. Talius, your turn.
I'll move up my next 5 feet and I'll take a swing at this kobold with my longsword, one-handed.
Go at it. That does not hit, however.
Great. You know, I'll action surge and take a second hit just to see if it'll work.
Okay.
Oh, for God's sake!
Nope.
I can't hit anything. They can't hit me.
As Talius, you move, you pick up your longsword and try to swing towards the kobold. The kobold ducks once, panicking that you see that this predator tries to leave. You try again to strike once more, but the kobold avoids it again. And after that, this kobold does not play. This is alive. This will take the dash action. Let me see. 30 feet. Okay. Start running. Hearth, your turn.
Well, he's still in range of a fireball.
Mm-hmm. 7
That
does
is
not
not
hit,
hit.
however. It just goes straight up from his head. And this kobold as well will also take a dash action. You see those cowardly kobolds are trying to make a run for their lives. This one will take the disengage action and will dash. You know what? Since it has seen Talius not making an attack, it will take the dash action. So Talius, you can make an attack of opportunity towards it.
Do that. Come on. Come on. Ah,
Nope.
7, 8, 9. I'm on my way up.
Getting there. By the time you're gonna need those rolls, they will be there. Valen, your turn.
I'm just going to. Let me take a quick measurement. I'm just gonna let the critters go. They're scared.
Okay, Valen prepares another Eldritch Blast, but then comes a little bit down and leaves those kobolds to run for their lives. Madeline.
Well, I do want to get information, so let me. There. That one's. Okay, that's out of range. Never mind. That's my turn then.
Talius.
Ugh. I suppose we're chasing them, so I will just see how far I can get first. I will. Yeah, I'll dash up behind them to about here, like dash action. And
Okay.
just keep following, I guess. I think we're following them. I didn't ask, but I presume.
Okay.
Well, we are now.
As Talius runs up and blocks the kobold's path, the kobold will try to strike you one with a dagger
Oh, okay.
and miss. As it sees you appear right in front of it, tries to stab you and then runs 180 back. Afraid of you. You can make another attack of opportunity as this creature runs.
Yes, I will.
That's an 11 probably. Let's see. Oh, that's a 14.
Ooh.
That's hits actually.
Yay! I'll take a swing. That's
7 for each
slash
of them. So as the kobold tries to leave, you swing with your longsword and pierce it right through its shoulder, and the kobold is dead before it leaves your grasp. Hearth.
Okay. Was just doing some measurements. I can get up to out there. And that furthest kobold will be just in range for my fire.
12 hits.
Nice. Ooh, not as
However,
nice.
does not kill it. So this time you throw another fireball, but the creature manages to soften the blow by using both of its hands and survives the damage. Both kobolds then will take the dash action. And Talius, you are far away from the others, and you see there's no much point in hunting those creatures down, but you can narrow down the path that they went towards. I don't think you can actually catch up to them. They're running at 60 feet per round anyways. So, but you can use the location and the way they're running and keep a close eye to them and follow them if you would like.
I'd like to follow them.
Okay, so
Yes.
all of you
I will
run behind those kobolds as stealthy as you can to not arouse any suspicion, but also to keep an eye on those kobolds. They are running for their lives, so they're not particularly stealthy or trying to protect themselves. But after a little while, you see them enter a small cave. The chase goes on for quite some time actually, before you lose them into that cave. The cave entrance is over there.
Alright. We know where they are now, so let's prepare ourselves. Maybe take a moment before we go in there.
It's not a bad idea. Hopefully there is no other kind of escape at the back. We can just take a second.
I mean, I'm basically saying maybe take a short rest. Since
Yeah.
You
there for short rest.
certainly you are able to short rest if you would like to. You know their location, you know their cavern, their lair, so feel free.
If we need to, we could just head back and tell the head knight about this place. But I'm pretty sure we can handle this ourselves.
I mean, we seem to be holding up pretty well against them just a minute ago, so
I think we should probably now that we're decided that we're definitely going to go after them. I think we should probably finish the job. But while they're on their heels, we may be able to even scare some of them to just continue fleeing. But if they have a minute to prepare, who knows? They might call for help. There might be 50 when we come back.
Right. So let's
Fair
just.
point.
I say we steady ourselves and go in now, but let's also keep in mind to keep at least one of them alive, just to at least get some kind of information.
it's a good idea.
Alright.
Try our best.
Okay, you can have your short rest if you would like to regain supplies and carve out a plan for how you want to deal with this. The kobolds in the entrance seems to be picking on each other, make some sort of fights of their own, a little sparring, scratching, shredding at each other, all of that in a tongue that you do not have any knowledge or have ever heard before. But I would assume that you know some things about kobolds at least.
Are you saying we can't understand them? Are they?
Yes.
Are they speaking in Draconic?
Yep, except if you have a draconic language for some reason.
They do.
Oh really?
I mean, if they were speaking primordial,
Nice.
Okay, quick question. How did you have proficiency with draconic?
So this is, I assume that they're with that Red Knight, with some of the Red Knights she's trained with, they've come across Dragonborn before. Unless that's not a thing.
No,
I can change
I mean, it's okay. I'm asking, did you use a background or something?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
so my background gave me another language, and that's the one I chose.
So the background for the fast travel, it gives you an extra language, but I remember that it gives a standard language, and Dragonic is an exotic language. That is why.
Okay.
It's okay. That's why I thought
That's
you could
okay.
not possibly
Can I,
hear the
that's okay.
kobolds.
I made the same mistake. I thought I knew Draconic as well when we first started last session, but then it turned out that I didn't.
It's okay. Feel free to, if you know stuff about dragons or dragonic lore in general, feel free to have them introduced in the character. It's the proficiency that, yes, Orc is fine actually. It's a standard language. So back to it again, the kobolds are speaking on their native tongue and you do not know what they're saying. They do not seem to be paying that much attention to whoever is coming or going, but they are having some mock fights of their own over there. As you take a breather, take some rest, and prepare on how you wanna do this.
Well,
Oh.
as for the ones at the entrance, perhaps we can draw them out.
There's a chance I could take all of them out at once with a magic missile casting.
The question is if we can do it quietly as well. But, So I don't doubt that we can take them down from a distance. I'm just worried it might trigger more of them. But then again, they are at a bit of a choke point there. What are you thinking, Talius? You seem to be the one most capable of taking them out on the regular.
To be honest, I actually do not know. I'm not the most. I'm not very stealthy, but I'm not against stealth either. It is just, again, what you said. I don't want it to alert any more of them. So
The easiest way would be to get them to come to us.
that is true. Could sneak around, maybe throw away a rock or two, see if they follow it. Sure. I don't.
Okay.
I suppose if you wanted to, one of us could make some type of loud noise. We could use some type of minor magic maybe to make a loud noise and see what happens.
That's a good idea. Hearth, you had that way to spice up that food this morning. You think you could do the same, but with like a noise or same kind of small magic?
I mean, I could definitely make a sort of noise with prestidigitation. Not quite to the level of minor illusion.
It's worth a try. Let's position ourselves first before we try anything like that.
It's a good idea.
Through the path that you have before you, like this way over there, if somebody wants, he can try to stealth. Valen, roll me a nature check if you have proficiency in nature.
Yes, I'm sorry I missed that. I wasn't looking at the chat window. Not a very
It's
good
okay.
roll, though.
Okay, so a couple things about Kobold that Valen might know is that they are extremely cowardly. Like, this is the most cowardly race, and they tend to use traps. Lots of them. They make bad traps, but they make a lot of them.
I definitely share those points with my friends.
You keep that in mind. I could try and sneak up across, what you're saying, like going across this part here.
You can stealth across over there, for example, with a successful stealth check. Same thing about the other side if you want to.
Probably go the other side, it makes more sense. It looks more secure. I don't want to do anything just, too crazy yet. As long as we have a plan. Maybe like a backup plan if I do this.
magic missile.
But if they do, then we'll just go with the ranged option.
I'll be honest, I don't really know what I'm gonna do once I get there. I can sneak up, but I don't know what I'll do once I get close enough.
We'll see about luring them over here with some use of prestidigitation, and then once they're past, you can trap them between us.
Maybe. I mean, Valiant already said they are very cowardice, so I don't know if they would come to any sounds in the forest. It's my only problem.
Well, might as well give it a try, Mace.
That's true. Okay, I will. I'll try and sneak up into the tree
Okay.
line.
I'll assume that everybody takes a hold action if Talius is revealed. Then you can take one action. I'll assume for her that would be prestidigitation. Madeline and Valen?
I'm going to ready a blast if I see anything coming at us or trying to throw a rock again. I'm going to ready a blast.
Okay. Yeah. Talius, roll me an stealth check.
Okay. Oh, not bad.
What kind of armor are you wearing?
See, I did have chain, but I switched it for the studded leather, but I can keep the chain.
No, I'm
It's
okay
the
with
same
studded
AC.
leather. I'm only asking so I know if you have disadvantage or not.
No, I
So-
definitely don't have disadvantage. Definitely no
Yep.
disadvantage.
Okay, so with studded leather, you are feel free to move up to your. I don't think they can see you. The passive perception, yes, it's way less than that. Feel free to move. They do not notice of you. As Talius moves a little bit ahead, I don't want you to roll me consecutive stealth checks. One is enough for you to freely move.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll run up to about, I guess here, up in the
So
tree.
everybody else, you see Talius reaching at this point. Talius, what do you do once you reach over there?
Hold on. I wasn't really sure what I should do once I get up here. I didn't pick up a rock or anything to throw, and they're already scared of everything.
Oh.
I'll try and break a twig on the tree, but like, not make it like a very loud snap. If you know what I mean, like kind of put it between my hands and break it off, just so I have something to throw.
Okay, and where do you want to throw the stick?
I'm going to throw the stick at the bush across from me over here.
Okay, I
See
would
if they
like you
follow
to
it.
make a deception check with dexterity instead of charisma.
So just a dex roll, or
With roll 20 standards, there's no way to do it, but roll me a deception roll, and I'll ask you what your charisma is and what your dexterity is, and I'll figure it out.
oh well, I mean,
Okay,
doesn't
so
seem like it's very important.
Yep, you did roll pretty high. Let me see a little bit fast. Yeah, okay, so that's in 19 with dexterity. So Talius throws the stick into the bushes, and all kobolds turn their eyes and their gaze towards it. They move a little bit further towards
Nice,
it.
nice, nice.
For you guys on the back, you have the ability now to either use your ready action or not use it. Up to you.
Definitely up to you guys.
Well, my ready action was prestidigitation.
I mean, it was for a back plan if Talius would fail to scare them off.
Ah,
I can sneak in behind.
Valen?
So I'm sorry. I'll ask again. Did the kobolds notice Did they?
No, they didn't notice Talius. So Talius threw a pebble or a branch, a twig towards the bushes over there, and the kobolds are going to investigate right now. You can take your hold action if you want to, or wait for this to go down.
I'll just wait for this to play out. Yeah. I don't want to. Don't want them to suddenly
Okay,
blast
so
and fire.
Talius, as Talius throws the twig, and the kobolds move towards the area, each other looks at his party members and decides to take a second before acting. So, yep, the kobolds narrow down the bush over there, and they will roll an...
Oh.
The kobold finds the twig and says, "It's a trap!" And I'll ask you to roll me initiatives. You are all hidden. You are all hidden, so if you're attacking to them, you have advantage. But
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
they understand the notion of the trap with an intelligence check of 18.
They're
Big rolls,
cunning.
big.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Did I roll only for one? How did I do that? There. Huh.
21.
So, yep, this kobold will start running back. Talius, your turn.
I will hop out of the tree and I will sprint straight towards the kobold trying to sprint back.
Okay,
Nice swing.
I'll ask you to make a dexterity saving throw to
Dex save.
to save you from taking any fall damage. Else it's a 1d6. Okay, you're fine. You do not suffer any damage as you fall down. You tumble, and you move to near the kobold.
And I'll take a swing with my short sword. Or my long sword, sorry.
Okay.
Ooh.
This
one.
weapon is not working for you at
Not at
all.
all.
The next kobold over there will move a little bit ahead and try to hurl a rock towards you. A 15 will hit as it hits you on the foot. Max damage, 6. Valen, they have not seen you yet. If you are hidden, you can attack with advantage if you want to.
I definitely want to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna zap him.
Which one?
Which one will I zap? I'm gonna zap this guy in the middle. I like him.
Okay.
Get him. Nice.
That hits, but you've got advantage on the roll, so roll for a critical. You never know.
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't have it for prompt. I apologize. Oh,
It's okay.
oh well.
So,
hits it.
21
Go with-
hits.
Go with the 21.
That is +3, right? Because you got the invocation for it.
That is correct. Yes. So 7 total.
No, again.
Nice.
Just add it on the character sheet so it automatically calculates it for later on. But yeah, Valen, since the kobold has no idea who is hiding behind, strikes the kobold with a burst of light, and the kobold is down, half.
Okay. Stepping out a bit. Magic missile.
Quick
First-
reminding, Hearth, you also are hidden, so if you want to make something with an attack roll of advantage, but you can use your magic missiles that automatically hits anyways. This is up to you.
Well, right now I'm thinking we don't want that one to get in and start running all the others, so...
Okay.
2 dots at that one, less dot at this one.
Okay. Let's see the damage. 5 and 2 kill the first one. The
Nice.
second one is alive. So yeah, Hearth moves up at the front, throws his hands in the air, and 3 red magic arrows are hurled towards the creature in front of Talius. The creature gets hit twice and drops to the ground as the other one gets hit in the back and starts running for the cave. Madeline, your turn. This one will run for the cave.
Right there. There's not rock in the way of this
No,
one,
no,
right?
no, no.
All right, I'm gonna javelin.
A 14 hits. Yeah, I think it's a disadvantage because it's at 40 feet. Yes, but a 14 hits nonetheless. So, what's the damage? 3.
Oh.
It is still enough because of the magic missile. So yeah, as the magic missile hits, Madeline gets out of cover and throws that javelin that hits the kobold on the neck. All 3 kobolds are dead, and your presence is has not been noticed yet.
Good job, guys. Woo! That was close. Nearly got away.
I will then put you over here so you can see the inside of the cave.
Just as a point as well, I'd like to kind of just pull the bodies and put them into like the tree line and kind of.
Okay. As you've killed those creatures, Talis picks up the bodies of the kobolds, and with a little bit of help from Valen and Madeline and Hearth, you put them, you stuff them into the bushes so they're not gonna be found anytime soon.
Cool.
Everything you can see now means your character can see. I'm using dynamic lighting, so don't worry about that. You can you see this cavern up ahead. There is light coming, emanating from it, probably from a torch or some sort of lightning device. You assume, you know, Valen, that these creatures are able to see in the dark, but that does not mean that they will not use torches in order to be able to do their job better. The cave reeks of foul smell. They are not very clean as creatures.
Watch out, everyone! Remember, they really like traps, and they can see in the dark. So watch out.
I can see in the dark as well.
Well, maybe it'd be best to trigger the traps early. And I'm going to cast
Good thinking.
Mage Hand and just kind of use it to like feel around like a couple feet ahead of us. I know I can't like feel like everything, but just like kind of drag it, sweep it across the ground as we're moving forward, just to like find wires.
Roll me an investigation check as well. With advantage because of your mage. Wow, that is actually impressive.
Nice.
So you you instantly notice with your mage's hand you find a wire, a thin wire that is over here. After as you notice that with your mage's hand, and you pick it, but you don't obviously destroy it or enable it. You follow its path, and you can see that there are small bells in the walls over here. Later on, from both sides. It would be best to not trigger that alarm.
Are we able to step over it? All right, I'm gonna point that out to everyone, and just have us proceed. Step over.
So everybody sees the trap wire and just makes its way across. It is very easy for you. Inside the cave, you can hear the clicking sounds of metal against rock, metal against mineral, or metal against something that sounds like warping hitting on a crystal.
They might be mining in here.
It would make sense in a cave.
But what would kobolds be mining for? Do they need this kind of stuff?
mean, I'm yet to find a race that doesn't like gold.
That's true.
In front of you, everybody that can see here, I think everybody is able to, you can see wasted minerals, such as mostly quartz. Transparent, but these ones are of no worth. Probably the clear ones, the actual mining ores that were able to be processed and made into gemstones, are further down in this quarry.
Should we keep checking for traps, or do you think we're okay now?
I'll keep checking.
Kobold,
I
you said
would-
keep checking.
I'm just gonna keep the mage hand up until something
Keep
attacks
pushing.
us and we accidentally trigger a trap.
Okay.
Just gonna keep doing the same thing I've been doing.
Until up until here in the entrance, you can see the small bells that the alarm would trigger off. After that, there are no more bells. So you would assume that until that place, there are no other traps. You do still, though, use your mage's hand to get a feel before moving forward, however.
There's a torchlight up ahead, and a cavern goes off to the left, by the way.
You see a kobold up ahead that has not noticed you yet. What do you want to do as you see it? This creature has not turned its face towards you, so it is still unaware of your presence, but it seems to be heading up north.
Actually, get against the wall, just hide.
Okay, what is your dexterity bonus, Madeleine? It's plus 2 or plus 3?
+1.
Plus 1, okay. So everybody hides behind the wall, and the kobold seems to be moving back to where it's supposed to without finding you or spotting you yet.
Okay, I'm gonna try and stealth up a bit and just see if I can see if there's any more up ahead.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
Sure thing. Ugh.
Where do you move?
I was just gonna move up to about like against the wall, so I was gonna just keep going around here and see if I could see anything up towards it.
Okay, so you go up against the wall and start moving nearby to see if you can find something or any more other enemies. But as you move over there, a kobold on the other side of the cave sees you, notices you, and looks at you, throws off its war pick and starts shouting. Which at this point would mean that you can see another kobold that jumps from behind that quartz over there. And these kobolds are gonna start running up ahead. I want everybody to roll me initiatives, but we're not going straight into combat mode. Just so if
Ready.
you encounter enemies, I can have an idea of who plays first and
Natural
stuff
20.
like that. Okay, so yes, Talius, you have been noticed. Everybody else hears the screams of the kobolds. What do you do?
Well, first of all, I turn around and tell everyone about how I just alerted the kobolds by accident, and I will run up. I got 30 feet. I'll run up to about here and just peek around the corner. Well, I can't really peek, but
Make me a perception check.
sure thing. What's the wrong sheet?
Okay, you can hear the kobolds moving around, probably heading up northern from there.
Okay.
Northwest. Northeast,
Tell
northeast.
everyone
Okay, Madeline.
I'm going to move right about there. Kind of use myself as a bit of a buffer for Hearth and Valen and take the dodge action.
Okay. Valen. As Madeline moves in the front, looking out for any traps or any attacks from the kobolds. Valen, your turn.
Okay, I am going to also rush up just next to her. I can't actually see any kobolds from here. I can't actually see anything. So, since she stopped here, I'm gonna stop here too, and ready a blast in case I see anything. I'll have it readied.
Okay. Hearth, your turn.
Okay. Gonna do much the same as Bonin. Stepping right here and ready a firebolt for the first, or in case any kobolds come out of their line of sight.
Okay. So you ready firebolt as well. Before that, I have to move some kobolds that will be running through this area. So these two can be hit with your readied actions. So make me an attack. Valen was the first one that took the ready action, so Valen, you go first. You tell me also which one are you trying to hit.
Okay, I'm going to hit the farthest one
This one, okay.
to the left. Yep. I'm gonna just let me do a quick check just to make sure. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
And gonna do that same Eldritch Blast to be working out well for me. Hope the 12 will hit. I hope.
Quick question. Well, not much of a question, but you are behind Madeline. That would give that creature some cover, so that
Well,
does not
I can
hit.
I can make a small sidestep then as my
Oh,
or I guess
you'd,
not as my my
you'd,
readied action. Yeah. Sorry.
yeah, that's the thing. You cannot move as your ready action, so you try to hit it behind Madeline, but it just hits the surface and the solid wall right behind it. And Hearth, you can hit that without no disadvantage or any cover. So, hurl a blast. Let's see.
Firebolt.
That's a hit. Whoa. And that creature is back to dust as both creatures move. Valen and Hearth shoot up their magic. The Eldritch Blast hits the corner of the wall, but the Firebolt hits directly at the Kobold and drops it to the ground. Talios.
I'm gonna keep running off to the left side around the cave, just around the wall anyway. Oh, nothing. Move there for now. Oh, I thought there was more around that corner. Okay. I'll just keep moving this way, I guess. I'll take the dash action. Actually, I'll run around the corner as well.
Okay.
Wherever that is. It's 15. Oops, sorry.
It's okay.
It's about here, and I'll just. That's my turn.
Okay, in front of you, you see a mining cart, a small mining cart, that is filled with some raw material, raw quartz. The kobolds now will, this kobold will run over here, take cover behind that stalagmite, and ready a sling attack. Madeline, your turn.
5 feet forward.
Mm-hmm.
Draw my short swords again. Just kind of get out of the way of Valen a little bit to make it easier for him, and I'll just take the dodge action again. Just kind of let them come to me, or at least give them some cover.
Okay, you can move forward if you want to a little bit, so you draw the attack from the ready action.
That's true.
Okay, so with a disadvantage, that's a 5. As you see, the kobold tries to hurl that stone towards you, but the sling is poorly made, and it just goes straight back at its face, at its own face, hitting its jaw in the process.
All right.
The kobold over there will make a run towards the other side. And Valen, your turn.
All right, I am going to move just a little bit. Let's see here. Gonna take my action to go up there. Yep, my move. Just to get up there. And, oh, hey, there's a whole other cave over there. Wow. Gosh, I can only see one kobold in sight. So I'm gonna try to zap him.
Okay, it has
gonna
only
be this
half
fella.
covered from where you went, so only +2 on AC. Give me that attack roll.
Right? Oh,
It's in GM layer, but it is okay. A 10 does not hit,
Oh,
however.
sorry.
No worries. You hurl another yellowish blast, but you only destroy part of the stalagmite, giving you a better look for your next attack, but not making any damage or work in the process. The other kobold will run directly nearby the other and try to hurl its sling at Madeline as well. But the nade does not hit. This time though the rock does get flinged from the swing, but Madeline, you easily avoid it, being ready to retaliate on both attacks. Hearth, your turn.
Okay. This round did not take cover, correct?
Yes.
Let's see if I can make it burn.
That's a hit.
Nice job.
Wow. You are really high rolling on those fireballs. I have not seen a 2 or a 3, and I'm impressed. Again, Hearth throws away his firebolt and instantly incinerates and chars that poor kobold over there. The kobold just makes a small sound as it leaves its dying breath. And Talius, your turn.
Well, I'm here now. I guess I'll just keep running around. Going this way, see what that brings me. Come to about here. Still more ahead, I guess. So I just looped around for no reason. Perfect.
You see a
and
charred kobold in front of you.
I'll assume that's my good pal Hearth, and I'll just keep running forward to about here. Oh, okay, there you go. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. If you want, you can end your turn over here, and I'll leave you to be hidden. If you go the next step, you will be in.
I'll go with hidden.
Okay, so
With
you're
like
hidden.
5 feet for
You
me to
go
do this.
around the wall, and the kobolds do not know of your presence. This kobold over here will drop into the ground right before it makes a sling attack to Madeline. It does not hit, but it falls prone to make it harder for you to hit it. Madeline, your turn.
Alright, now I'm gonna move up there.
And at that point, I want you to make a dexterity saving throw. That does not get you, however. You step on a small wire and you unleash a net from above that as it falls, you just duck a little bit up front, push yourself a little further and manage to avoid it.
Oh, no. And then I'm gonna try to stab the kobold in front of me. Short swords.
You've got advantage because it's prone.
If you get a crit, I'm
Aye,
pretty sure
nice.
it's just dead.
I do assume. Wow!
Oh.
It is alive, however. So you go up against it and stab it in the knee. The kobold shrieks in pain. Do you have a second attack with a bonus action? Yes, you do, and that was gonna be enough. As the next attack goes for the torso, and you stab it and pick up your weapon. The kobold is dead.
That is my turn.
Okay. The other kobold over here, you will hear it smash its sling against the wall, and you hear the sounds of other creatures waking up. Because that's what's fun with kobolds, there are always many. And that's gonna be its turn. This kobold is surprised. Valen, your turn.
Oh gosh, I just saw a kobold, but he disappeared. So I'm gonna just step forward. Let's see.
A loud sound comes from this side, however. Just to make sure.
20, 25, 30. Boy, I moved my whole movement, but I still can't see anything. That's a bummer. Gosh. I see a trap. That's interesting.
You see the net trap that fell down on Madeline's path?
Okay. You said I heard a noise coming from that direction, and I know I saw a kobold over there, but I don't
Yes,
see him now.
you heard the noise coming from this part of the cave.
So I'm just gonna oh gosh. I'm gonna stop there and ready I'm gonna ready a sacred flame. If I see anything come out, then I'm gonna blast with a sacred flame if any kobold approaches.
Okay, these all kobolds are not playing the first turn because they are surprised. And Hearth, your turn.
Okay. 15, 20, 25, 30. I think I'm going to dash.
Whoa, wait. Make a dex save. Because kobolds are fun. That does not make it, however, so you are engraved in that net as it falls down upon you, and let me see, you're now restrained. You may use an action to try and break it, or you can also use slashing damage to destroy the net. But you used the dash action for now, so I assume you've used your action. So as Hearth tries to make a run for the wall, net falls from above him and restrains him in the process. Any bonus actions, Hearth?
No, I'll be saving my mantle of flame for something else.
Okay, Talius.
I guess I just continue on my cardio run. I will get to it here for now. Is this what I see? And yeah, dash action, keep going, following this guy over here. Oh dear.
And as Talius you run, you see a bunch of kobolds standing in front of you. Madeline. You do have action surge and second wind available.
Oh, that
you
is
did take
true,
a short
yeah.
rest. Do you want to take any of those or not?
I'll use my my second wind for now, which is 1d10 plus fire. I don't actually have that done yet. 10 plus 2. Oops, I didn't actually roll it because I'm stupid.
Okay.
10 plus 2. Great, so I got 3. I'll take it anyway. It's 21. Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
Madeline, your turn.
I'm just gonna slash off the net that's got Hearth.
You are using sorcerers that make piercing damage. I can count them as an improvised weapon that deals 1d4 slashing damage, if that's okay.
Okay.
Okay, so make me an attack against them. That hits. I also need damage, so that's 2 plus 2, 4 points of damage to the net. It still is not broken, so that's a total of 7. Still not, as you're trying to clear Hearth from the net, you have opened a small path, but he is not out yet. And now the kobold will jump at Talius with a dagger attack.
Okie doke.
14 does not hit,
Yeah, it's just a miss. Stood
but
out.
this one will move close to the other and try to hit you with advantage, but that's a 24 anyways. So as both
Natural
kobolds
20.
see Talius, they jump, both of them towards him. One tries to put the knife onto his leg, Talius steps a little bit back, but the other one gets the gets the assistance from the other and strikes him back in the back of the leg. Valen, your turn. That's 8 points of damage
8
for
points, yeah.
Talius.
Jesus.
I think I can see Talius. Is this Talius right here?
Yes.
Is that his head?
Yes.
My
Okay,
head.
so I can, okay, so I know where people are. That's great. Let's see. Yep, I'm just going to go forward to here. And I can see a kobold now. I can see the little critter's head right there. I'm going to descend Sacred Blast on him, and I'm so happy to say that Sacred Blast ignores cover.
Okay,
Happy
so it
day.
makes a dex save. Does not make it. You roll
Nice.
mediate. Well, that's enough actually to kill it.
Good
So
job.
yeah,
Oh,
underneath
saved my
from nearby Talius, flame erupts and the kobold is incinerated with radiant energy. And then
Huzzah.
we are going
Good
next
job.
kobold that
Saving
is
my
as
life.
well gonna run towards Talius and give him a good old stabby stab. That's a 20 that hits.
Oh, 5 more. Jeez.
Oh, gosh, we're rolling high, and they are too.
This kobold will pick up its sling and try to hit you again. Because of packed tactics, they do have advantage.
Yep.
And
Oh
18
my god.
hits as well for 6 more bludgeoning
Oh
damage.
god.
As those kobolds are beating down Talius, they have not seen more enemies coming towards them yet. They have only heard sounds, stabbing stab, and then a rock hits Talius on the head. You're barely staying up conscious, Talius, at this point. Hearth, your turn.
Okay. Adeline, you may want to get back. I am going to set that net on fire.
Okay, I am okay with that. But you are restrained by the net, so you will suffer some fire damage in the process. You do have resistance though, so I'll assume that won't be much. 3 points of damage because I high rolled. As the net is incinerated and Hearth moves further from it. The net is no more.
Then that's half my movement speed to get up, so...
You're not prone,
Five.
so you have full movement.
Oh, sweet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and my turn there.
Okay, Talius, your turn.
Okay, the one that stabbed me with a dagger is the one to my left, or like kind of like my bottom left, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I will take a swing at him. Please, God, hit. Oh my god. Well, there goes my plan. So that's great. Okay, and for my, I guess I could.
You can pick up a sword sword and try and stab it again.
I'm just trying to think. Do I do that?
Probably sort of disengaged and ran.
Yeah, I'm gonna action surge and
Disengage.
yeah, 30 feet back.
Okay, Talius tries to attack the kobold, but the concussion that he has probably suffered from the rock of the kobold makes him a little bit dizzy and just swings in the air and then takes notice of what's going on and makes a run back, making a swing towards the enemies to distract them as a disengage action. Madeline, your turn.
I had such a good plan too. I'm so sad I didn't get to hit that.
And I'm gonna give...
Madeline, can you show me through which tiles, hexes you moved? Because there is a trap, one more trap left. Okay, so if that is, let's see, a 22 hits you, I assume, and that is a bear trap that you just triggered.
Oh.
Oh.
That's never good. So Madeline is back here, and you suffer Let me see. 1d10 piercing damage. That is... yes. You suffer 4 piercing damage and your speed is reduced to 0.
Alright. Is it an action, I assume?
You
to
can
take
make
off?
an action, a strength action to remove it. You or anybody else can use an action to remove it.
Oh, well, not safe, but...
Yes, still works. I don't think you have proficiency on the side because that's the DC. You have on charisma wisdom, so that is the same as a check. And yes, suddenly you managed to grapple, pick off that bear trap and move away from it safely.
And I guess it's my turn then.
Yep. And let's go at those kobolds. That this one will move over here, ready to swing to hit Talius, but then will change its mind and will make a dash action. Because
Thank you, sir.
over there. Valen, your turn. You see the kobold as it runs out of it is ready to hit Talius, sees the 3 other individuals and makes a straight line up north.
I don't even care about that guy. My buddy here, he's having a hard time, so I'm going to help him out right now with a little bit of healing light. So what I'm going to do is, that's a D6, right?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to give him everything I got.
You have
Here.
3d6
Move
in
this
total.
Yes.
So that's a 10
very
plus
nice,
3, 13. You do add your charisma modifier, right?
Yeah, I just rolled free dice for that, sorry.
Oh, you do not add your charisma modifier to the healing, so it's only 10, not 13, right?
Let me take a quick peek.
Yes.
Because
The
I'm
max-
still learning.
Yep.
Still learning
It's okay.
Celestial.
The modifier only takes part about the maximum dice that you can spend. So yes, you can spend 3 dices, but it is 10 points of healing value, so
10.
not 13.
Do
That was my bad.
Was I at 3
Right.
or 2 HP?
You were at 2 HP and you got 13,
okay.
so you got 12 now.
Cool.
And that is your bonus action, Valen. As an action,
That's right. Yep, so as an action, I'm going to... let's see, that guy right there, he's the only one that I can see. I'm just going to do a small step in front of my buddy, and then I'm going to go back to that lovely blast that I like so much against the kobold that just ran past us up to the north.
Pop, pop.
don't even need to roll,
Nice.
but please do to see the damage as you throw. Oh, okay. That was way less than imagined, but still okay.
Well,
as,
it didn't auto crit, so that's interesting. Oh well.
Oh, it
So-
did. It's just that's the 2 and then the 1.
Yep, you rolled the 2 and the 1 on those d10s. That is quite unfortunate, but still enough to destroy that kobold as another energy beam, yellow energy beam, strikes at the kobold and it drops down, leaving a little bit of a puff of smoke coming from the point of impact. And then the other kobold is gonna make a stealth check. With no advantage, that's an 18. It hides somewhere there. The other kobold is gonna do the same thing. Try and hide. Everybody will be able to see that with a 7. So, yep. Hearth, your turn.
Okay. Is that 5 or... Which I can't know it's 5 or 10 because it was right there. 5, 10, 15. I
You
think
see a
I'm actually-
kobold. You see a kobold over there that is trying to hide beneath the covers, the bedroll.
think I'm gonna be somewhat unnecessarily cruel and drop a bonfire on.
Do you do that?
That's a lot of. That's a lot of
Okay.
dry grass.
Yup. The kobold does make the same. It moves a little bit on the right and laughs at you, haha, as everything nearby is enclaved in flames. The question is though, does create bonfire ignites objects? I do think it does, but
Probably does.
Only if it's not carried, I believe it is.
Create bonfire.
Free objects,
That aren't
freestanding.
being flammable objects that aren't being worn or carried.
I'll assume that's a fair place to start. As fire erupts underneath that kobold. And Talis, your turn.
Actually, I'm just taking 2 steps up and then ending my turn.
So I presume there's no more left over there. I'm gonna take a peek this way around the corner to potentially dodge any traps if there are any, and just have a little look dead ahead that way.
Make me a perception check if you haven't taken already the dash action.
Yeah, I haven't. I'll take perception. Not bad. Not great.
Okay,
Not bad.
so you see there are 2 kobolds that are hiding behind the stalagmites in the bridge. They are both holding a tripwire, one each. They're holding an end to a tripwire.
I'll relay all that back to the party anyway.
Madeline.
This time, so Talius doesn't go up by himself, I'm gonna follow him. Right about there. And I'll take dodge.
I'm an adventurer at
Okay.
heart, I can't help it.
Valen. You see a crate stuck in the front of you that has some sort of supplies on it.
Okay. I was curious when Hearth made his Creed bonfire, did that illuminate the area at all? Because I'm not able to see much over there.
That is correct. Let me put some fire, some lightning on that.
Okay. So I see that barrier of some kind, and then some type of. I can see things are fire. So.
You see that stack of hay that is about to be incinerated, ignite into flames.
Okay. But I don't see anything else of interest. But I saw my buddy Talius ran off that way, so I'm gonna also go that way. Let me just take a peek here. I'm gonna run up next to him. As I saw other people run that way, and there weren't any traps, thankfully. Gosh, now that I'm up here, I can't see anything. Oh boy.
That's your turn?
I'm actually can I as my action let me take a peek here at my inventory. I've got a Dungeoneer's pack. Yeah, I think those have torches in them, don't they?
Yes, they do. Do you want to open up a torch?
Yeah, I'm just gonna light a torch and just toss it out in front of me.
Okay. Oh, not on you then. Let me fix that. Where are you throwing the torch?
Just right there. Or I guess it's dark over here, so I'll just literally, yeah, that works. Perfect. And that will be my turn. I still can't really see anything, and that was my action. That was my, oh, I can see a kobold way out there. Ooh, there he is. But that was my action. So I'm all done. Thanks.
Okay. The one of the kobolds runs outside from this and takes the dash action, sees Hearth, and will try and make a run for its life. It can go up to here. The other kobold is dead from the fire. And while Hearth, it is your turn. The fire continues to rage on down there.
Yeah. Considering we're in a cave, I'm somewhat worried about smoke inhalation, so I'll just be using control flames to start putting it out.
Okay, so after the fire rages a little bit on, Hearth moves towards it and tries to contain it as he reaches with both of his hands and tries to minimize the effect of them. On the next turn you can snap them out completely. And
Alright.
Talius, your turn. You heard and saw a kobold run in the back of you, but probably the others can deal with it.
True. I don't really know, because that's never going on a bridge. I guess I'll keep moving up. No dash, just walking across the wall to about here, and just keep on chugging it.
You take a dodge action or
Yeah, I'll take a dodge action. Yeah, I keep forgetting I can do that. I'll take the dodge
it's
action.
okay. So Talius moves a little bit ahead and tries to be wary of those kobolds. Yet as you move closer, you see these kobolds are trying to pull off something. They have not. They are not aware that you have noticed them. They keep on hiding, and they, both of them, keeping the trapwire quite steadily for now. Madeline.
I'm just gonna move to the other wall. And same thing, take dodge.
Okay, Valen.
Oh gosh. Yeah, let me just do that quick measurement. Boy, I'm just a cantrip machine today. And he's in range, so I'm gonna cantrip him.
Ooh.
I'm gonna zap him with that little blast that's doing me so much good. Let's hope this one hits. Gonna get a critical fail.
That does
Probably
not
not.
hit, however.
Ah.
So Valen tries to move a little bit and zap that kobold over there, but it just barely destroys the stalagmite in front of it, and you see the kobold almost lets loose the tripwire, still keeping hold of it, but upon being surprised, it almost lets it loose. Roll initiative for them as well.
And then I'm just gonna move up just a little bit, just to be next to Talius there. And that'll be my
Okay.
turn.
Then next kobold over here will take will drop prone and keeps the tripwire ready. The kobold over there will take a dash action and make a run for its life. I don't believe you have any reason to kill it anyways. It is running away from this place. Hearth, your turn. Do you extinguish the flame or not?
I am extinguishing it.
Okay, so yep. After the fire rate's done, Hearth brings his hands together, and as they clap, the fire is no more.
I like that visual. I'll just start following after my party members now. 20, 25, 30, and I think that was about 30.
Oh. Yeah, I could do that.
Okay, that'll be 30 feet from where I was.
Okay. So next one, same thing. The other kobold drops prone and keeps hold of that tripwire. Talius. You do not see the tripwire connecting this to the bridge, however.
I don't trust it, but I have nothing. I guess I'll just start making my way to the bridge.
You can try and make, if you want, a perception or investigation check to determine the nature of what they are trying to pull off. The DC is quite high, but there is a chance that you can make it.
My intelligence. Yeah, I'll make a perception. It's the exact same if I make an investigation or perception, so I'll go with. Hopefully my
Okay.
wisdom doesn't hate me.
Okay, so you see both, you narrow down with your eyes and follow both tripwires. Let me see how long you can see. If you can see that, that's perfectly great. You can see both tripwires end up over here, behind that, and there is a big, almost door, hidden doorway over there. Something big is in behind that gate, and they are keeping it closed.
Ooh. Again, I relay that to the party. Hey, Valen, you wanna try and take care of those kobolds before we move up? I think they're keeping something closed anyway, and I'm not sure I want to cross that bridge until that thing is gone.
Oh gosh,
Madeline.
I'll do what I can.
If that's the case, let's just brace ourselves a bit. Move over to Talia, seeing he's still kind of injured. Just give him 5 points to lay on him.
Oh, thank you. You're very kind.
Okay, Madeline approaches Talius as they are quote-unquote going on a huddle with Valen and Madeline and Talius, trying to figure out a plan. Talius, you feel light breathes beneath you, inside you, and some of your scars and recent wounds are healed.
Thank you very much.
Valen.
Well, like the man said, I'm gonna zap that guy. He dodged me once, but I'm gonna get him this time. I can feel it.
You've got disadvantage because both of them dropped prone.
Oh no, I'm gonna drop some fire on him. I think. Let me see what the range is on that. 60 feet now. Am I that close? I bet I'm not. I'm not. Oh well.
You can move up to that like little rock there. You'd probably be enough.
Let's see.
What's the range of Sacred Flame?
60.
Yep, you should be fine to do it from this range over here.
Okay, then I'm gonna skip over there. I'm gonna try to go so I'm not blocking my buddy in case he does something, and then drop a Sacred Flame on his little critter self.
He managed to avoid it. I don't think. Let me see if prone gives them disadvantage. No, they do not have a disadvantage on dex saves. As the kobold has dropped down to the ground, keeping a hold of the tripwire, it sees sigils appear directly beneath it. It makes a barrel roll a little bit to the left, and as the sigils ignite with celestial light, the kobold is safe. However, it lets loose of the tripping wire, and you can see the gate over there appear. Though, just because the other kobold keeps hold of its own tripwire, you can see that this cannot move yet. You see a giant boulder, a very big boulder that is blocked in the path to destroy that bridge from the other kobold. And
well, gosh, as my free action, I'm gonna yell out, "There's a giant boulder!"
The kobold here will take a dash action and 45 feet, because wait, yep, over here, because it pretty much cannot. It has to get off prone. And this kobold has left. Hearth, your turn.
Okay, not so romantic. Okay, there we go. I think my map just screwed up.
You cannot see anything?
No, I can see,
Oh, you are disconnected.
Is, but he'd be right near the bottom of my map.
You're disconnected from me. I cannot see you online. You're like coming on and off, on and off.
Yeah, I reloaded. See if that helped.
What can you not see exactly?
I can see my own character token. I can see Valen's, but scrolling through the map here, I've been right at the very bottom, and that couldn't be right.
Nope. Can you try and restart roll 20 instead of reloading? I'll say for now that you move with the rest of the group, and you're trying to determine if you can do anything with them. Yep. The other kobold has not yet triggered the tripwire, though it does take a look at you and is ready to let it loose. Hearth, tell me if it works now. After it loads, obviously.
It's loading. It's taking its time, too. Okay, exiting the... Oh, right, I think I'm back in now.
I only used your movement so far.
Okay, I'm back in business now.
Okay? As I said, I have only used your movement so far.
Ah, dang it, that one's out of range. I don't have disadvantage, but I think I'll try and firebolt that raining run.
Okay, with disadvantage because it is prone. "13 hits.
One damage.
It is so funny. This kobold has rolled 2 hit points. The only chance that you don't kill it directly. The kobold still keeps hold of that tripwire. Talius, your turn.
There's not much I can do.
You see though, if this kobold lets loose of the tripwire, this boulder is gonna go through the whole bridge.
Yeah, it's just that if I try and get across that bridge, I could get killed. So I'm trying to figure out. I could. I could run up. Could I run up to the bridge and then ready a dash action if the boulder lets loose?
I will allow to get away from the path, not a quote-unquote dash action, but yes, if the boulder gets loose, you can move, you can sidestep.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. I'll run towards the bridge. And yeah, if I need to, I'll hold the dash action to run back if it starts flying towards me.
Madeline.
Hmm. Nah, I think that's just well, it'd be disadvantage either way, so I guess it is javelin.
Again, the only thing I'm only about to say is if this kobold dies, it lets loose of the trap.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you might think before you decide to strike it. Might wanna get ready everybody to jump or run. It's not like the boulder is gonna go up in an instant. It has to
We heard them
travel.
speak like in common when they found that stick, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna cast command and tell the kobold to hold fast, hoping he understands. We'll just
Keep that wire. I assume something like that would work.
yeah.
Don't let loose. I'm fine with that. Wow.
Oh.
A minus two creature.
This boulder's gonna happen.
Yup, this bull is gonna happen apparently.
Worth
The
a
kobold
try.
is having none of it. As Madeline goes near there and screams at the kobold, "Don't drop that wire!" You see the kobold's hands both grab it intensively, but then looks at you and you can see a smirk on its face. You can still have movement if you want to.
I used it to get up there. That's my turn.
Okay. Valen, your turn.
Oh, crikey. uh, gosh. So if he drops it, the boulder rolls.
The boulder rolls, yes. If the creature drops the boulder.
Goodness gracious. What a dilemma.
Again, the boulder
You know
doesn't
what?
move like 100 feet per turn, but it
Yeah,
still is
I'm,
gonna be close to you.
I've got movement. I can get right up next to him, and I bet if he lets that rope go, I bet if he lets that little wire go, that he's in a safe spot. So I'm gonna run right up next to him, using a dash action,
Okay. Just
and
remember.
then I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna look at him and say,
With Roll20, when you are measuring distances, start with the hexagon of your character. So for you that you started over there, you can move up to. I think you were somewhere here, something like that.
I was right.
Yeah.
I was right there, and
Yep. So this
let's
is
see.
60 feet.
Yeah.
It's only 5 feet behind. That's what I'm saying.
What's wrong with me? I definitely could have made that.
Yeah,
That's okay.
you obviously make that, but you are not directly next to it. It doesn't really matter, but you get the idea.
Okay, so
You can be there. That seems like a safe spot
right there.
to
Okay.
you.
And I'm just gonna look at him and go, if you let it go, I'm gonna kill you. Because that's all I can do at this point is a free action.
Okay. I do
And
not
I'm gonna
see...
try to intimidate him. I'm gonna look mean at him. I'm gonna try to intimidate him that he better do what I say.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see how this goblin does not let loose and gets to survive, but roll me an intimidation.
Come on, you got this. Okay, it's not bad.
Okay.
They're cowards.
Now,
They are cowards.
For the moment of truth.
Come on, natural 20.
Nice. Good job.
Okay. And oh, that's Kobold that run over there. Still moving, still running. I'll put it on GM layer. Hearth, your turn. You see that the Kobold in front of Valen, ready to let loose of the wire, but still looks at him, completely scared, as it is not sure what it's gonna do.
Alright, I think I'll end my turn right there and holding an action to dash out of the ray if the boulder gets moving.
Okay. The Kobold over there will take a dodge action and will instead say to Valen, friends, no move. Your friends, no move. Dalius.
I will run the rest of my, all of my movement, I guess. If I could get 30, and then I'll run off to the side over here. Actually, no, I'll run up to the kobold, just dead in front of him. So it'll be like.
Okay, the Kobold on its turn will let loose, but on its turn, it didn't take the hold action, it took a dodge action for now. Madeline, you see as the Kobold is about to let loose the tripwire.
Okay, I'm gonna move on the bridge.
Everyone can make it, nice.
And so I can visibly see the tripwire, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna grab onto the tripwire with Mage Hand to keep hold of it if he lets go.
Nice.
Okay. What's the range of Mage's Hand, just so I have an idea? It is
30.
like 30 feet. Yeah, okay. If
Yeah,
it's 30 feet, you can do it. So, yep. Madeline moves ahead and looking straight at the kobold in order to keep its eyes focused on that, uses her mage's hand ability to grab on the wire. The kobold is probably unaware of this. Roll me a sleight of hand. It only changes the perspective of the kobold, not that you are keeping hold of it or anything. And Valen, your turn then. Okay, the kobold has no idea that you have the tripwire secured.
Can I tell that the tripwire is secured?
I'll say with an 18 sleight of hand, you probably do not. You don't
Okay.
know that Madeline is got this. It's gonna be a
Alright.
hero moment.
Then I'm just gonna step forward a little step, and I'm gonna level my spear at his throat, and I'm gonna intimidate him some more, because I don't want him to let go of it, and I don't think I don't know if I can grab it from him. So I'm just gonna look at him and boss him.
Okay.
Don't let go.
Okay, the kobold makes a sound as it tries to swallow its pride, trying to stay as much away from the point of your spear as it can. And Hearth, your turn. That was a bard, I assume. Yes, that was a bard.
Okay. I am taking the dash action to quickly end up about right there.
Okay, and at this moment the kobold lets the tripwire loose. And as Hearth, Valen and Talus all try to make a small jump to get secured, you see Madeline staying at her spot, grabbing with her maid's hand at the tripwire as you see the kobold panicking after seeing that the tripwire didn't go off. It will take dash action, so both Talus and Valen can make attacks of opportunity.
He's
As the
gonna
kobold
die.
then tries to run.
Swing. Oh,
That
nice.
is a hit. So as the creature tries to run, Valen picks up his spear and throws it towards it. Wow, lowest roll and highest roll. That's how Valen likes it apparently. And the kobold is dead, pinned to the ground by the spear as you turn back and look at Madeline, reassuring you that she's got the tripwire. And yep, Talios, what you want to do? As you see, up ahead, kobolds are hiding in the distance. You see them move around, trying to... you see them, I think you can see, let me see your...
I actually
No,
can't.
you cannot,
it's
yeah,
darkness,
you cannot.
yeah.
But you can hear, in the end of the cave, some creatures that are moving.
Okey-doke. And can I tell that the boulder's not going anywhere with that mage hand, or does it look like it's struggling?
Yes, it looks
Okay,
like
definitely.
it's not going anywhere for now.
Okay. I will run up a bit, across the way, against the wall. Hop. Can't see anyone.
Yep. But you can tell that you can feel the presence of more people in that room.
Yeah, I'll
Quick, before we proceed on the last part of the game, can we take a 5-minute break so I can...
to finish it off.
I'm gonna move up by the mage hand, and could I look around? Is there anything I could tie the tripwire off to at all?
You can tie the tripwire to the stalagmites over there. As the kobold had it, there is a small pin that you can put it back. It is where the kobold's actually stationed it anyways.
Okay, I'm gonna tie it to there so I don't have to keep up the mage hand. And
Okay, that
that'll be
works.
my turn.
Okay, Valen.
I'm going to get up there with my buddy. Oops. Let me measure that first. Yep, just gonna shoot up there. and stand next to Talius. I mean, everybody here is my buddy, but gosh, once again I can't see anything. So this time I'm gonna. Did I hear anything? Does there any
With your passive
noises?
perception, as Talius also as well, you can hear that there are creatures roaming in the next room. You cannot find out their exact location, pinpoint them at certain spots, but you can hear them moving through the shadows, trying to get an advantage over you by stealthing.
Oh gosh, then I can't have that.
Okay, so that is a spell. I assume you do it on yourself, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I always do it with my sword, and I can run ahead, and you can see what I'm fighting.
Let me as a free action. Let me see what I've got in my little backpack. I've got all sorts of things. I've got a dagger. I'm just gonna light it, the dagger, and then toss the dagger.
Okay, you can toss it up to 60 feet then.
I'm gonna toss it right there.
Okay, I'll use the torch animation for now
Okay.
because it has the same light, So this is the dagger that is lit up, and
And that'll
Yep.
be it for me.
okay, as you
Hopefully
throw
that
the
scared the
dagger over there,
critters.
that actually is a weird spot that you pick because you can actually see exactly next to it there is a bear trap. You throw, I'll say that you trigger the bear trap with the dagger. The dagger drops exactly upon the bear trap. The bear trap snaps at it, but obviously it doesn't do anything
Oh wait.
toward it. Wow, like the exact specific grid. I am impressed. And yep,
Oh.
Hearth, your turn.
All right. Going right up there and dodge action.
Okay. Talius.
Okay, I will again move up. How far can I go actually? 15, 20, 30. Yeah, I'll run around this corner here. Staying close to the wall.
With your passive
Can't see anything,
perception,
so-
I think you can see those three over there. They're hiding between a small... oh, no, wait.
That's me.
wrong.
Hello.
Yeah, I wanted to
There's
press
three of
Control L.
them.
Wink.
Yeah. I wanted to use the Control L, but I pressed Z, so I can see what you can see. Yep, you can see those three kobolds over there that are hiding between a small, almost extra cave between a cave, a small dig site that they've made with their slings ready to whoever approaches them.
Let me just check actually. Run across. Yeah, I'll run across the other side with the dash action, and on my
Okay,
way
so-
I'll give like a little wave to like the group just to like signal if they're over there.
Yep, as Talius goes from wall to wall, he signals to you three and the general direction of those three kobolds. Madeleine.
I'm going to.
Actually.
I'll just dash to get up to that same. And that's it.
Okay, Valen.
Gee willikers, 3 of them. But I can't actually see anybody yet. So let me
I
just
gave it
run on
general
up.
direction though. Oh well, you
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to see.
No,
Only
I
have a
can't see
dagger.
anything.
You have the glowing dagger, so you would have been able to see
Yeah.
me kind of point in which direction.
Oh, I can see somebody. I can see that critter right there.
Yep.
And even though he's probably got cover and all sorts of things, I'm going to drop that sacred flame that ignores cover.
Very nice. Ooh.
It actually makes the save as the kobold narrowly moves between the sigils that you have made as they erupt and Hearth. After that, I'm gonna roll initiatives.
Well, he dodged the sigils. Let's see if he can dodge my bonfire.
Okay, so let's make a save, a dex save. Again, wow, this goblin is the real threat here, the last boss. No need for legendary resistance, because it makes all the saves. As again, from the sigils that erupt to drops down to where fire erupts, again, the kobold back pedals and avoids both of this into a paranoid state right now, as through the shadows more creatures appear. And I'm gonna roll initiative.
Bad.
Oh, wait a second. I'm not done with initiatives. Now I'm done with initiatives. And yep, Talius. As you hear a loud screech coming from the right wall over there,
Yeah.
you know that something is coming, and the kobolds are all readying their slings to attack at you.
Okay, I'm going to... I'm gonna run up to the bear trap. How far is it actually? 25, 30, so how much should I use? 15. I'm gonna pick up... Can I pick up the dagger?
Yes, sure. You pick up the dagger.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pick up the dagger and I'll walk up. How far can I get? I used 15, so I can walk up. Its range is 20. Or I could take another step. Who? Yeah, okay, I'll take one more step forward. And I'll throw the dagger at the kobold in the middle.
Okay. Roll with it. Let's see.
I don't actually have a dagger equipped.
Roll. Do you have a short sword or something that uses
No, I
dexterity?
don't have that. I can add a dagger to my inventory just really quick and then delete it
Okay.
after.
And do that.
Dagger. And I'll throw it. Well, that's just the attack.
23 hits, and I assume that's gonna be a kill anyways, because it has 4 HP, and you do at least 4 damage. So yeah,
Anyway, to see. Yeah, cool.
through the
I'll
cover,
do that.
Talius picks up his dagger and throws it at the kobold, hitting it straight to the temple. Now the light coming out, glowing out of the kobold's eyes. I'll assume that's your turn.
That's my turn, yeah.
Madeline.
I'm going to move a little bit. And just brace up with Talius so he's not by himself again. So he doesn't swarm. And just take dodge. Have my short swords ready.
Okay. A dodge action, and you draw up your both short swords right now.
Yep.
Yep, that should be it. Then we have a kobold that dashes towards Talius, and after that we have the 2 kobolds over here. I believe so. No. Yes, those 2 will attack with their slings. They've got advantage because of the pack tactics the kobold is giving them, disadvantage because of the range that they are hurling them, and
It's just a regular roll.
so yep, 2 of those.
Kill me. Okay, one
A
hit.
10 and a 19. The 19 hits. Both rocks are hurled towards Talius. You avoid the first, but the second one hits you on your shoulder, almost makes you fall a little bit, and after that you see Kobold appears through that messed up quartz over there, wielding sort of different items on it.
Oh god.
You can see it holds a vial of acid, sling, another vial that has a burning liquid in it. You can see that it has a small basket filled with insects, a small pot that has some green slime in it, another pot that makes a buzzing sound from within it, a big stick that has a scorpion on the other end, and a skunk in a cage. And that the Kobold inventor will throw, let's throw an alchemist fire towards, I'll say Madeline. No, that's a normal attack. I have to put it on public, normal, alchemist fire. Yep, 15 hits.
That's a miss.
Okay, so as the flask is hurled towards you, you use both of your weapons to destroy it before it reaches you. As the liquid then touches the ground, you can see a puff of smoke coming from it as it cauterizes the ground, and the kobold runs a little bit, no, wrong direction, sorry, on the right. The other kobold made already the attack. Valen, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to zip forward, get out front, not my full movement, but almost my full movement. To right there. And from there, I'm going to use my zappy bolt against that against the critter that's carrying way too many things.
Okay. That's a hit. Whoa. That's a guiding bolt, I forgot. I thought you were zapping it with Eldritch Blood. That's gonna hurt.
Oh my god.
Next attack against this creature has advantage as Valen moves up ahead. Light sours his hands as he unleashes a bolt of radiant energy that strikes the creature, and all sorts of hell runs loose as you actually hit that creature. And then, before Hearth, there is one more creature that exists. And through the shadows, a creature runs up ahead. I think it has a little bit more movement. Yep. It runs towards Valen, and it will make an attack against him. Talis, you can get an attack of opportunity.
I will take that attack opportunity. Let's see. Up, up, up. Band-aid. Slash.
That's a hit.
For damage.
For 5 points of damage as the Drake runs towards Valen and makes an attack against him. Ooh, that's a crit.
Don't die.
Good thing you're not surprised, because if you were surprised you would suffer a whole lot of damage. You're not surprised, this does not count, but you still suffer 7 points of damage as the ambush Drake runs towards Valen, jumps at him, snatches at him with a bite at his shoulder and drops him to the ground. Valen then pushes off the ambush Drake, and Hearth, your turn.
Well, that inventor fella, he's probably going to continue to be trouble if we just leave him be. So, since Valens was kind enough to give me advantage,
19 hits.
a measly
and
6 fire damage from Chromatic Orb.
It makes no difference if it was 3 or 6 though, because that
nice.
fucking guiding bolt destroyed it utterly. And leaving it as weakened as it is, Hearth uses that moment to make a flaming sphere in your hand and then sending it flying towards the Kobold inventor that is incinerated in the process. And that is your turn. This kobold will try to hide. You just killed the leader of them. and it is very, very far away from the others. Let's see. You can see that it takes cover between those baskets and barrels, but still have an idea where that creature is. Talius, your turn.
Yeah, another swing, or just a swing at this kobold next to me. Slash. Oh,
12
not
hits.
great. Oh, cool. Okay, and that's 10 damage.
That is a lot. As Talius has finally remembered how to fight, and with one striking at the Drake gives him enough insight, enough confidence in himself to just swing that longsword and cut the hand of that kobold. Madeline.
Seeing this Drake give Valen some trouble, I'm gonna go help him defend. So I'm gonna attack the Drake.
Okay. That's a hit. That's a hit. Ooh, you are pushing that monstrosity down.
And that's it for me.
Okay, and next one is the kobold that is dead. Now the other two kobolds will start, I guess, throwing their slings towards you. And one will go for Madeline, one goes for Talius. First one is Madeline, second one is Talius. 8 and 9, both of them cowardly shoot with their slings, but it is easy for you now to avoid their attacks. The kobolds then run back into their cave. From the kobold inventor that you have destroyed, as he falls down, a swarm of wasps appear.
Aww. Too good to be true.
Into the area. And let me see. It has some... Okay. Yup, the other kobold I've already played. Valen, your turn.
Well, I feel quite threatened by this lizardy thing.
Yes,
So,
this creature, this ambush drake in front of you, almost looks like a dragon, but it has no wings. Yet you can see it more resembles of a tiger and more of a predatory animal rather than that of a dragon. Yet it is way more bulky than all these weak kobolds in here.
Okay, and I'm sorry, could you flash that graphic again one more time?
Yes.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I'm just gonna try to stab this guy, as he is right up on me now.
Okay. I got to remind you, disengage is a very good action in general. You should not forget it.
Oh,
But yeah.
he's gonna attack. He's gonna attack next, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll do that. He's pretty scary looking.
People tend to forget that disengage is a thing.
See, yeah, I'll
Saved
do
my life
that,
earlier.
and I'm going to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right back there.
Okay. The ambush drake then turns to Madeline and tries to bite her. That's a hit, I assume, for 4 more piercing damage as Valen gets away, flashing his hands at the creature, blinded for a second and get away with cover. The drake turns towards Madeline and bites her hand as he's dragging the tiefling into the ground. Hearth, your turn.
Okay. A little bit of movement, so I have a clear line of sight. And good old fireball.
That's a hit. You don't have advantage though, so a 6 does
Yeah,
not hit.
so
Yep.
just
It's okay.
forgot
So-
to turn that off.
It's okay. Hearth, you send a bolt of fire towards the ambush drake, but with its agile nature, it is easy for it to avoid it. It just dodges the attack and continues its assault on Madeline. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. The kobold over there is trying to remain hidden. Talius, your turn.
Yeah, this thing seems like a bit of trouble, so I'm gonna move up and I'm gonna take a swing at the lizard thing.
Okay.
Up. Perfect. Just what I need. A 2.
Nope. Again,
And that's my
with its
turn.
tail, it parries your weapon.
Yeah, great. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Madeline.
I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing because if I don't stop it, it's gonna wreak havoc.
You can go behind here and get some advantage with Talius now that you can be flanking it. Whoa! That certainly will help. And give me the second attack. What the?
Oh, yeah.
I believe this is a proper how do you want to do this moment.
I think with that, I'm just gonna kind of like whip around and just do kind of like an X slash and just like right into its neck, just kind of like decapitate.
Piercing your sword into its neck and then decapitating it. The kobolds all seem very, very afraid of you and will all try to make a run for their lives. So this is a dash action. Talius, you can get an opportunity attack if you want to.
Please. Pop, 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 pop. Swing. Miss.
Does not hit. And the other one,
Oh, is he running
I
away as
also think you cannot take 2 attacks of opportunity. Valen, you can take one on one of those kobolds. You can also take an opportunity attack because I skipped you. You still have your spear in your hand.
Yep, I'll do that.
That's my reaction, of course. I forgot about
Wata,
That's hit. That's a hit.
that. Of course.
but not very hard.
Not enough to kill a kobold, but it still hits it. And then the swarm of wasps will go towards Talius
Yeah.
and give him a good stinger. Assume that's a hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Talius, you try to protect yourself as all those wasps surround you and start piercing at you, but then they disperse into all corners of the room, as there is a 50% chance that the swarm will disperse.
Thank God.
And yep, Valen, your turn.
Okay, so those 2 kobolds there, they're still there. Okay.
And yes, they are running.
Well, I'm gonna do the Elder's Blast on the closest one.
That's gonna destroy it for sure, because you had your multi... Yep. Barely, but enough, because it had 3 hit points. As the creature tries to leave, Valen points his fingers, and the shining beam hits the kobold in the back, and it drops to the ground. Harv, your turn.
And then I'm gonna run
Oh.
forward at the other one, just use my movement,
Oh, okay.
just to get up next to him.
Harv.
Nice thinking, yeah.
Well, that one over there isn't as hidden as he wants to think he is. I'm going to prove that by dropping a bonfire.
Drop it like it's hot.
I mean, that got really, really hot. And as Valen goes near the kobold, Harv just flicks his fingers, fire erupts underneath the kobold as a nice bonfire, magical bonfire, appears before Valen. That makes him for a second go, huh, interesting. And I think that's that's all of it. There is a kobold hiding that you can see is very, very scared in the distance, but it has not engaged with you. I will remove the initiatives since there is no reason for them anymore.
Oh.
That's the bard. You know him. So yep. From the other corner of the room, you can hear some people waving at you and hitting their hands towards a metal bar. You can see a stack of hay over there and 4 people on it. One of them that is actually sleeping behind a caged door. Presumably sleeping.
I'm just gonna come up and just kind of sheath my weapons and be like, "Are you all? Oh,
Dark quick.
you guys have been here for a bit."
Thank you. I assume, Talius, you pick up the dagger. That's why I give you the lighting.
I was actually handing back to Val.
Yes.
Yep. The 3 of them, I'll leave it to Talius for now for the light, then you give it back to Valens so I don't change the dynamic lighting.
Sure.
The 3 of those people that seem to be conscious come to the door. Oh, thank goodness, thank the Yellow HoD that you arrived. We've been starving. We didn't know what the kobolds would do to us.
I'm gonna look around. Is this bar? Are these bars locked? Is there a way we can just open it, or do we need like?
They are locked, however, it would make sense that you can find the key. In the back of the room, you can see unconscious a half-elf with white hair that has some red robes on it, similar to the one that Artosis had when you met him.
Yep,
I think
that's
we
the
might
one
have
we're
found
looking
our
for.
headmaster.
Quickly looking around Hearth, you go over the corpse of the Kobold inventor as some insectoid noises come from many of his constructions and objects. You find the key and pass it towards Madeline and Talius as the people come out of their cage.
Are any of them injured at all, or?
You can see that both the man and the woman, the young man and the woman, have some bruises on them, but not something that won't heal over time. Probably from rocks, seeing the way the kobolds fight.
Gotcha.
The elder man turns to the back and points at the half-elf, saying, he was like that when they brought him here. He does not seem to have any bruises. I tried to help him. I was a medic back in my day, a healer in the temple, but this I don't know what that is. He has a weird spot in his hip that has that is okay. That has become darker and darker by the time, almost like a bruise. Yet there is only a resemblance of a stinger on it. Something did this to him.
Can I look around to find this bruise and make some kind of check to see if
You easily find the bruise on the hip. Let me see also, Valen, you have Eldritch Sight. You do not see any signs of magic upon that body, although you do see glowing from his neck, a circular amulet that almost resembles a keystone. There is some abjuration magic on it, but nothing else.
Okay. And while they're examining him for health, I'm gonna also look over at the cluttery kobold to see if there's anything over there that looks like magic.
I think there is nothing of magic on the kobold. It is also a 30 foot distance, right? Or 60, I don't remember.
It's 30, but I'll walk over to him.
Yeah, you will go all around the room, it's okay. I'll explain that later. Madeline, you find the exact spot that the elder man says, and it looks a little bit weird. Can you give me a medicine check? And I assume since Talius is near you, he can aid you and have advantage. Or either both of you roll and I'll keep the highest one. I don't know who has better medicine.
I'll give advantage, yeah.
Okay, so Madeleine, this on the at the first attempt, this may look like a stinger or a very small bolt from a crossbow. One of those things might do the trick. This is clearly a poison, but you don't know what kind. You have never seen a poison like that.
Try using. I still have 5 points, so I'm gonna try using 5 points of lay on hands to try to like help it neutralize it or whatever it can do.
You can neutralize multiple poisons. Um, Sadly, this does not work on this particular one. That gives you the knowledge that this is some potent potion. This is not a common one. This is not something that you pick up in nature in general. This is a work of someone proficient with poisoner's tools, to say the least.
Well, it seems like we can't help him much here, but if we bring him back to Cinderfall, they might be able to help him a bit more. That's honestly
Yeah, sure.
likely our best shot.
Yes, I
And
agree.
Madeline's just gonna put him over her shoulder.
Okay, you pick up the half-elf by your shoulder, and yep, on Hearth and Valen on the other side, over that stack of crates, you approach and you still hear the squabbling, the kobold that is frightened to the death, trying to keep itself underneath a barrel full of water. In there you can find multiple supplies. You can find sacks and crates filled with rations. You can find barrels filled with water. And you can also find some minerals, as well as some other supplies that the creatures have.
Look there.
Uh,
Go move it.
oh, wow.
You find a big pile of supplies, restocks, and all that. You find two gemstones, pure gemstones that... Oh, I can make a party loot handout.
Yeah, that could be handy.
That is easy for me. I assume everybody can see it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay, so
there's nothing exceptional about the barrels of water, is there?
obviously not. Yeah, this is just my
Okay.
notes on that. So yeah, but you do find the abjuration magic and the evocation magic element on the potion of resistance and the potion of the fire breath.
I call a potion of fire breath.
I think that's only fitting. Cool, there's.
So do you want
And,
to return back or?
Yeah.
But before we return back, just looking at everybody, it seems like Talius is the worst off. Is that accurate?
I'd say so, personally. Actually, I don't know about your guys' health. I have whole 6.
You're pretty confident that you have destroyed all enemies in the near vicinity at least. Except
I mean, if
for
you
that,
want, we can take a short rest before we leave.
you only have one kobold remaining that still believes that has managed to evade your searches. It is in a barrel with half filled with water.
So, should we just put it out of its misery?
We've got what we've came for. I have no desire, but I won't stop.
Okay, I'll just sort of open up the barrel, tip it over a little bit, not enough so the water spills out, and just crisp spot running.
The kobold nods at you in acknowledgement and agreement, and dust is outside of this cave.
Very well. Before we leave, or like on the way out, I'm gonna try and see if I can find any daggers from any of the kobolds I'd like to see any daggers they dropped and pick
Oh,
up
sure.
maybe like
Yeah,
one or two.
pick up 2 daggers. I'm super fine with that.
Perfect.
Yep. The people of this place all run towards the rations and the water to have a little bit of food and water before you embark on your quest. I assume you do a little bit as well to avoid using rations and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that makes plenty sense.
Mm-hmm. So you do take some time. You can short rest if you would like, and take a breather on this place. While you are staying in this cave to get some rest, get some food, get some water, try to help those people with the bandages, the medic will turn towards whoever is close to him, either that be Hart, Talius, Valen or Muddle. Will say, I have not seen your faces around. Are you new here?
Wait, sorry, who was that to? I blanked. I was looking at hit dice.
Yeah, to all of you, pretty much to
Oh.
whoever is in the near vicinity. He's addressing everybody.
Yes, we are all relatively new here. We actually came traveling looking for the school for magic in Cinderfall.
Yes, and we had heard that the headmaster and a couple of people had been disappearing. We heard kobolds were on the rise and sort of just put 2 and 2 together.
So, well, thank again, thank the yellow god you arrived. I assume your quest also came in fruition. This is Nilovar. This is the school of evocation wizard from Cinderfall, though I do not know how he will get out of this state. He has been like that for a couple of days.
And hopefully we can find somebody who can help him.
Well,
The
hopefully
kobolds
taking
bring-
him back.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Hopefully
Yeah.
taking him back to Cinderfall will help us find something, but let's also focus on getting you all out of here. Is the nearby inn a good enough stop for you all?
It is great. We will have a place to stay for a while, and then we will be able to head back at the city. But as a former magic, I can tell you that nobody in Cinderfall, can help poor Nilovar. He was like that when he came here. We do not know what I do not know what it is that he has, and I doubt the apothecary will be able to help you as well.
Well, it'll be best to bring him back anyways, so that way he's in a safe place while we look for a...
That's true. Forgive me, you probably need some rest as well. I'll stop babbling. It has been days since we've seen you people. Thank you again.
Of course.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay. Again, as you stand around over there, a couple times you may want to check again on his on the point of where the poison is spreading, whatever that is, but you will not find nothing of use or information. There is nobody of you has poisoner supplies, right? I assume that.
No.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
That makes sense. So, yep. After you all rest, you go back to embark on the road of returning, traveling back to the inn from where you came from the caves. As you walk into the traveler's path, in the back, Valen, Madeline, Talius and Hart, all of you can spot on the mountain peaks, you can spot a green flash for a second. And as you look at it and take a moment, curious, the former medic, the elder man of the group, will say, that what you're looking at is the monastery of the Grey Mist. It has been abandoned for quite some time now.
Hmm.
There's only the Grand Master of the monastery living nowadays over there.
I feel very strongly that I must go to that. I don't know about right this moment. Just we're all beat up, but I definitely need to go there.
I mean, I'd be happy to accompany you.
Well, I will. Let us first make sure these people get to safety and we drop off the headmaster, and then
Make
we'll
our way
make
back,
our
yes.
way.
Yes, that'd probably be better. Plus, I would like to see that. Would like to see that garden one more time before we head out to that monastery.
Gosh. You can take as
It's a
much time as you
couple.
need in the city.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
It's okay. It's a couple of days of travel, two in particular. One to get, well, not exactly one, but half a day to get back to the Midway Inn, have some rest, leave of those people. When you arrive back at the inn, the barmaid will give you 30 pieces of gold as a reward for retailing her cousin. I'll add that to the party loot if that is preferable. I think that will work better. Yep.
Probably.
Yes. So, as he will thank you for what you've done, and the other patrons of the inn will offer a carriage to help you travel with the half-elf.
Are they offering it for a price, or?
No. They are offering it for free. After all, you've saved some of their people. All of them are very, very happy with you for achieving what you achieved.
Oh, we'll take it. I don't see why we can't.
All right.
Well, it's
Definitely
very
appreciated.
appreciated.
Okay. The medic, the elder human, will also escort you back with the carriage, as he's also returning back to Cinderfall. But before that, you will take a long rest at the tavern before you embark on the journey the very next day. You have to go through the forest again. I think that you are everybody is topped off anyway, but you still have to sleep. So, yep.
Coolio.
The very next day, you embark on your journey back to Cinderfall. Again, the Mellow Woods is a wonderful place to be, and they are full of life as they were the last time. You're gonna hear all those different sounds from the birds, singing birds. You can feel the presence of the forest, the swooping vines, the trees, the array of flowers, everything that lights and makes this forest area as unique as it is. Before you travel back towards Cinderfall, after a full day of traveling. If you want to do anything, if you want to ask anything, the man on the carriage, the elder human, is it that, the medic, before you return to Cinderfall, let me know. I have skipped that part, but I have not also allowed you some time to get some interactions, so I feel like I'm robbing you a little bit.
No, I'm all good. I think I'm okay.
The most I would ask for is any local legends on Pendra. Not stuff widely known, not necessarily the stuff that'd be widely known, more local tales.
Pendrar is the reason that the town is called Cinderfall. The town was renamed after his deeds. It is said that Pendrar was a high elven wizard from the elven land that came before he heard a call of a god. He said that it was his destiny to protect that city. Back then, that was way before the Great Orc Wars. I believe it would have to be my 8th in line grandfather that lived at the time, and from how the story goes is that Cinderfall before that was just a military outpost with some people around. Kobold raids were often enough, and not many people wanted to live in this particular station. Wyverns, small drakes, everything in this area fell off, until Pendrar came, that he defended the place. Pendrar was a fire mage, one that was marveled for his power. His fire could scorch even the hardest surfaces, the most durable stone, and melt the toughest iron. He was the one that defeated the Great Worm, and as he scorched that demon from atop, the ashes of the Great Wyvern fall down into Cinderfall. From where the ashes fell, the flower that is known as Pendrar's blood arose. If you've been to Cinderfall, you must have heard about the garden, right? You might have seen it.
Oh, my parents and I had a short look at it before we left on our investigation for the Magister.
If you remember those giant, not giant, those very big pumpkin-like flowers with the black thorn on the base, that is the flower that we call Pendrar's blood. I'll write it down, just please. After that time, the Great Elf assisted us in the Great Orc Wars, and after that, nobody has ever seen him. It has been some centuries until then. Most people believe that he ascended to a greater status. He's back at Arvandor with the other elves of legends. Some say that he embarked back to his hometown after he has protected our city. That is if you believe local legends. At least not many of them make much sense. The flower that is known as Pendrar's blood is also filled with a very dangerous gaseous poison if you mess with it at the wrong time. They say it is because of the Great Worm, the giant wyvern, that the ashes fell from the stinger, and the poison has remained even to this day to those flowers.
Sufficiently powerful entities can have lasting effects that go on for years, decades, centuries. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the people in Cinderfall revere Pendrar, and we have a statue for him. He has protected the city and made it to what it is. After that, adventurers have been way more appreciated in this area. After all, that is what Pendrar was for his elven natives, an adventurer that roamed the land, traveled it, and saved a city. And with all that, you arrive back at Cinderfall.
Ooh, made it back.
You return to this place. It is, because you travel with carriage, you still have some time before noon. So as you go through this place, you see again the garden of Pendrar, the statue of him as he's seethed with fire, and the garden behind him with those enormous flowers with a thorny base.
I think I'm just going to appreciate the flowers and the statue for a while.
Again, as you go outside the garden, you can see that there are some wooden masks outside outside the garden with some gardening tools. It seems to come to reason that these flowers can be deadly if messed with.
I won't be touching them or setting them on fire. I'll just look at them and then the statue.
What about the rest of the group?
Should we find a place to rest for the night? I know it's still early, but I think we're going to be here
Well-
about a day before we figure out what we're doing. Just to
Well,
meet
there's
back
no
up.
need to prioritize resting. We did.
Yeah.
We did retrieve quite the bounty. We could see if we could gather some sort of supplies before we head off again.
I agree. That could be helpful. I think I'm going to head off to a blacksmith or maybe just a shop for weapons. I don't know. Like if any of you want to come, that is.
I'd like to do that as well. Get some more javelins, things like that.
Okay, so Madeline and Talius will go towards a blacksmith in the area. There is a shop left open that you can use to resupply, restock, or craft anything of importance. By the way, I don't know if you are going to do this on your own or how are you going to handle the loot? Do you want to vote on it out of character, in character? In general, that is for you to decide. I'm just
So-
curious.
I mean, I'm fine with doing it out of character if everyone
me too.
else is.
And here.
Yeah, it's not crazy important at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to do it via the week on Discord, or do you want to do it during session time so everybody is here and you can talk on voice for that?
I think Discord works.
Yeah, Discord works.
Yeah, Discord.
Okay. So I'll leave it for you during the week to do that. I'd like to ask around about the green light. You ask in the city, I assume, right?
Yeah, just as I go around, you know. But and again, that can be handled the Discord and everything else.
No, it's okay. I mean, we do have some time to spare. Except if it's someone in a hurry, I can obviously give that information, but we do have some time left. Why not use it? So, Valen, you go around and when you find a couple band of people that are enjoying a bottle of wine and are looking at the statue of Pendrar, the garden, you can see Hearth in the background, just looking at this whole place. You approach them and ask about the green light, trying to find if you can find any more information. One of those lads will say this is a certain place in the mountains. It is called the Monastery of the Green Mist. Unfortunately, it has been abandoned. It used to station a specific artifact, but now they say it's gone. The monks of the monastery have come and go here multiple times over the years, trying to see if they can find a different angle, but their attempts have been not successful yet.
Gosh, that is interesting. I'm going to make sure that everybody knows in the group that I really feel almost not compelled, but I really want to go there. So I'm just gonna keep asking around with any local person like head priest or magistrates or anything that might know something about it.
Okay, roll me an investigation, because I assume gather information is an investigation check in general. So roll me an investigation, and because it's a social one with charisma, so do that for me.
And would you be able to roll that for me? I do apologize.
Sure. So that's a 16 on the dice, and let's see what you've got. Do you have proficiency investigation? Nope, so it's a straight charisma, +3 and 19 overall. So yes, after you go around and ask some more of the elder people that might be more familiar with this place, they say that the Monastery of the Green Mist sanctions artifact of great importance. It is also where many magical herbs come into fruition. The monks on that temple are known to tend to their gardens and have interesting effects, they will say the most. Some have rejuvenating effects, some have hallucinatory effects, but all of them are quite unique in this place. It is called the Monastery of the Green Mist for some weird reason. The place around is enveloped in a green, eerie fog. And yep, that is all that they will say about that. Talius, Madeline, anything that I need to be aware of on blacksmith, or is it adventuring gear items that you wanna buy only?
It's just adventuring gear stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe get some extra javelins, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Same.
I believe, aside if you want to do anything else, this is a great point to leave the session at. So the next day we'll start with some incentive to follow a certain lead or a quest, so we don't rush it and put it on the same session and do not remember now, if everybody is okay with that.
Yeah, that's perfect.